But we are live. We are confirmed live right now. Okay. Well, hello.
I,
Sorry, a little late. Also, you can remove the timer now. I think we're starting. So let's dig into the lives really fast. I'm here with streamer debut Spock. Thought it'd be really fun to get his ass on stream. There's already 10 in the room, so we're gonna kind of speed run through this shit. Lineup for Fear, Fernandez, James, ZachNY, and Ciara is in the bagging. Basically RN2 plus Fear. He kind of he was gonna do KG and then he decided to do Triton. I don't exactly know why. This team finished top of the div. But D2 again, very very close div. Most amount of or rather the least amount of losses any team got was 3. So every team lost at least 3 matches, which is kind of wild considering how tight the div was. So with that being said, I mean, they do have an incredibly strong and diverse lineup here. We all know that Pringle's very very fast. I honestly haven't seen Fear run too much. I know he's played regs, but he's pretty solid all around. From what I know, James has D1 experience and obviously is a quite a good player. And ZachNY as well, also decently fast player and has been around for fucking ages. That guy's old. So with that in mind, right? I think they do have obviously a really strong lineup, and they are definitely the favorites, I would say, going into this, especially considering what Omega's lineup is looking like right now. And I have not seen CRR bag since old days. So, anyways, into the Omega lineup. Also, Spock, do you have any comments really fast? I'm just trying to kind of speed run here.
no, you speed run through it.
Okay,
I'll start commenting when we start.
that's good. It's so lineup for Omega: Boshi, Jesse, Sardine, Weeksy, and Métis bagging, which is very different than what they ideally would have wanted. From my understanding, Ice, one of their best runners, is currently off camping or touching grass or something along those lines, so he is not in the lineup, and he is arguably the most consistent on a very inconsistent team, right? The name of the game for Omega is inconsistency. If one of their runners has a good day, they will probably do fairly well. But if they're all struggling, it's really not going to be a fun day for them. I haven't really watched Jesse too much, but I know from my past experiences of playing with them, it's everyone's having very hit or miss days. But every single person on that team can drop 120 plus if they have a good day. Right. And then as for Métis bagging, that is also not very optimal, not only because, Métis hasn't touched the game in about a month. But also I don't think Métis is this isn't even flame. I don't think Métis necessarily is a really great D2 bagger. I know Métis has a chance and all that, but at the same time, I'm sure they would have liked someone else who maybe has a bit more experience, also more practice in the season, to be leading the way backwards for them. But again, right, this is going to be a really interesting match because they all have incredible potential to score here, and it really is just pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Someone's gonna drop insane points on their team. It's just kind of a question of who will do that. And I think with that, we have 10 in room. We're good to go. Any comments, Spock?
No.
Sorry, I was going really fast there because they've been sitting 10 in the room now for at least 5 minutes.
No, honestly, most of my experience is in Mogi. I know how wars go and stuff, so I can comment on people's ability based on how I've played against them in a different format.
So you'll bring the insight there, and you'll also be bringing the insight into one of RN's signature tracks. Which I can't really guess what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, so RN likes to play Abyssal Ruins, and that is one of my best custom tracks. So if that does get picked, which it looks like it might right no.
Now they're going to play some Desert Fort, but another note also, we weren't able to get this. We did get some DMs earlier, but it was a bit too early, or rather too late to change graphics, considering the fumbling around for stream key that occurred for about 20 minutes before the actual match. Zenith Matt has in fact subbed in. I don't know exactly for who, because I didn't see the full lineup there, but he will be playing now. Yo Mogi, and they're going Infernal Pipeyard Race 1 starting odds.
Ooh.
I mean, it makes sense. If First is able to hold line here and doesn't get lagged, they're just gonna be able to run for most of the race here.
Exactly, yeah. Boshi will probably try and draft.
If you get the draft here, it's pretty good also because you can lag bump people off ahead of you. And
exactly.
I don't think he's able to get it here. He's gonna go for box.
Yeah.
And yeah, already the Triton. I'm just gonna keep calling them RN out of habit. And Boshi is off.
Yeah.
Triton is already in the top 2. Also, it looks like some of the stream delays were messed up. Kind reminder, if you are having your stream casted, set it to 30-second delay, por favor. Or just confirm it with your stream host. And yeah, Boshi's already doing what I was talking about earlier. They're the king of inconsistencies, right? So he's doing a little bit of trolling to start off this race here. But
No,
you
he's
know,
just making it interesting.
nothing really out of the ordinary here. If you're a typical Omega watcher, is there any other RN or Triton POV that is not super laggy? Okay, Fears is set to the right delay. Looks like all the delays are very off. I'm going to have a word with all of our with all of our streamers. And yeah, Fear is now running a Disney Plus ad, so it does not look like any of them listen to what we have said here. Oh well. Anyways, Boshi's sitting 8 with the trip shrooms. Looks like RN is going to be 1-3. Sardines taking cut in 2. So it's pretty much Sardines is their only runner up there in top 4 right now, and
Yeah.
the rest of the spots are all being occupied by Triton, which is not particularly good on this track. If you're holding all those top spots down, you're almost guaranteed to have just a really good race. Shock bearing. But it does look like Ciara is going forward in the 9th position, which means that RN has Shock, and they're 1-3-4. But maybe Zach got T-seed? And Boshi's able to shroom up
able to golden up before and bump him off. Oh, that's a really good play. Yeah.
This actually kind of does change some things here, but still keep in mind, and Sardine manages to wiggle his way into first somehow. I don't know how he does the little fish, but they are 1-4 right now, which is honestly pretty good. Assuming that RN doesn't have shrooms because they pulled trip shrooms first set or something, or been, cheating a Susu, but Sardine gets hit out.
Yeah, now they're top 2. I think they just hold here. Oh, and he gets back.
Yeah. I mean, but Boshi has shroom, which was sweet, but, RN have shock if they're chaining like stars or something at TS, but I'd imagine they're just holding out of cut here. Because it doesn't look like any of them are dodges. Yeah. If not,
they top 2 after cut. But Weeks he's goldening, yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's their bagger going around. Pack's really tight here though. Shock's gonna be huge.
Taking the left path to avoid getting backed.
I think at this point you really just do play it safe. Fear has the trip greens here. He's gonna be hella aggressive. Boshi needs to pull him out too. And yeah,
Weeksy gets backed. They're top 2. That could really change things.
Is he gonna go double green up here? No, he's gonna play it safe. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'd have gone for the attempt there, especially because he's going tight. No back's tight. I think Boshi's just gonna go for the outline here.
Yeah. Boshi has to.
This is gonna be tight. No, because Fear's European, right? So they're muscling right now.
Yeah.
I think he did. He bumped Fear off.
Yeah. Okay.
Respawn. Okay.
And they shock there. They're securing top 2.
They're getting top 2. Yeah. Fear also respawn dodge, but it looks like. I can't tell if it's Jesse that's off. Someone else is off in the pack, but I think they did get mostly mids. So it should be a slight winning race for Triton, plus 5-ish maybe.
Considering how the race started and the fact that Triton got shocked, that would be a really good result for Omega, I would say.
No, for sure. Yeah. That race did have its ups and downs for both sides though. Again, keep in mind Triton start of lap 2, right? 1-3-4 with shock. Or maybe they pull shock later in the lap. I honestly don't know. Regardless,
that's not terrible. Plus 10 maybe ish.
I'm going to go harass all of our streamers right now. 30 seconds delay. How about you talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about? Keep it interesting. Give them a pawn. Give them a roll.
Right. So, this is my first time casting. Hope you guys enjoy. With the top 2, I would assume they're going to pick something like Abyssal or something even more running heavy. With top spot, bottom spot, it's a good track to go. Let's see what they pick. Oh, they're still going Desert Fort. Interesting.
Mm.
No, that's Omega.
Yeah, Omega does like the Desert Fort picks.
Yeah.
Final Grounds.
Okay.
Alright, and the Pro Waluigi Motocross pick. I'm assuming.
Oh, I hope that one gets picked.
Yeah, is that Jesse? I can't. Yeah, I think it is Jesse.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're all our streamers are insisting they have 30-second delay on. So I am confounded here.
Don't worry about it. Let's watch Desert Fort.
We'll figure it out here. Yeah, I mean, this is honestly a really fun track to play. Especially just if you're talking in a war format.
Exactly. No,
pretty good races.
I enjoy this in Mogi because of how dynamic it is and the fact that anything can happen with the ending shortcut. But in a war, it becomes so strategic because of the shock. Do you go for cut? Do you play it safe, go around, and concede some spots?
Well, I think also
happens.
If you're talking in a war setting, Right. I think there's like some really interesting stuff to be said about specifically this cut here that we see Fear doing.
Ooh, looks
Uh,
like Fear's going for. Okay, he had to use another shroom, but he made it.
Honestly, that's fine though. He holds the shroom
Yeah.
one, right? I feel like that cut specifically is much more viable
Oh,
in war just
that does
because.
not look. Yep, yeah.
Uh,
I was like, as soon as I
yikes.
saw his alignment, I would have abandoned it.
And looks like Jesse also goldened up on our alternate POV, so it looks like Omega's 1-3 right now.
Yeah, Sardine's one.
Oh, but Jesse's
No,
getting ridded out. Never mind. He is stuck in the back. I mean, again, right? This is just one of those tracks, especially in war. If you're playing against a really good team, right, where they can just like break away pretty massively, just because of how many cuts there are. It's one of those like you can pull triple
Ooh.
shrooms that set and kind of break away, but it's not
Oh,
really not really
look at the
decisive.
situation, yeah.
Yeah, top.
Early blue in combo, and then Fear pulls blue in third, or is in third. So they're top three now. This is really big for them.
I mean, yes, but it's also Desert Fort, so
It is Desert Fort.
Pack is really tight right now, and it looks like at least Boshi's going for cut.
Oh, with all the nanas there, that's kind of
Yeah,
impressive that he
and
made it.
he makes and I don't think he'll get himself into first here. Maybe he will with a shroom or something, but you know, Fear's stuck holding this blue honestly isn't even that good for them, especially like depending on shock status right now. And it does look like Ciara is in 10 right now, going for the bag strap, and nobody has. And it's gonna be a long time
Yeah.
until anyone touches boxes again. Right, so I think Fear is just going to be stuck holding blue until someone passes, which is honestly not very good on Desert Fort. But speaking of which, it does look like Boshi kind of got like bumped up in a top spot there, so RN does pull their front spots down. But again, pack is just so tight right now. Right, really anything can happen here.
Ooh. Yeah, looking over at Jesse's POV, he's holding a star. I feel like, yeah.
Oh, and Matey's worked his way into 10, or her. Fuck, I don't know. 10th, I think they just did hitbox 10.
We'll just say they for now. Oh, he's
star?
a star.
I'm not
Is
sure
there
if
going to be a shock?
No, they would have called Boshi in the set there. Or they would have dodged.
Yeah.
There's no way. I think Matey pulled shrooms. Matey filled the bag strat as well. It's going to be shockless or Arn's going to pull.
Green. Okay, they're going taking the path. Doesn't look like either of them have.
Yeah. Sardines in one though. Like this is honestly really good for Omega. Oh, there's a blue.
There's a blue. Oh no.
Okay, so Jesse will be taking the middle strat here. Zenith's trying to go for the backs. Doesn't look like they'll connect.
Oh, a bit bumpy.
This is sketchy. I was
Okay.
well recovered though. Very well done.
Okay.
I still think that's a really good race for them though. For RN.
Oh yeah, 100%. RN got top 2, so that's automatically one good for them.
I'm not sure if that was Omega who took a blue early on as well, but you know, Fear was obviously trailing blue and then he threw it at some point or lost it. I kind of lost track of his POV there when we were just doing the mid spots, but it does seem like there was some a fair bit of blue shells there because I'm so surprised how tight that pack was for Omega to just not breach top spots by the end of the race. Yeah, that was a really good race for RN. Props to them. It looks like
exact same race as the last one. Top 2s. Yeah.
No, well played. I feel like it's tough to hold down those top spots, but they did it really well. So good job them.
Mm-hmm. So they're probably going to pick Final Grounds again. I'm interested to see what Omega picks for a reset. Are they all going to go Waluigi's motocross? Who knows?
So Omega has some weird picks. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Motocross. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Rabbit Hole. They really do have like some fringe picks that you can see come out from them. As for RN, I mean, I think Final Grounds again, right? They got same spots. Yeah, Motocross.
Yeah.
Motocross is an interesting one too. Especially in Mogi, it's everybody knows how much of a shit show it is because Shock is so strong.
Start at those 2 spots. Yeah.
I mean, if you just chain it there and you dodge, right? It's an auto win. And Shock is still prevalent, but never mind. Final Grounds.
Okay.
Final Grounds.
It'll be interesting to see how the shock affects their play around the shortcut here. That's what I am most interested in seeing.
This is going to be kind of an interesting one here. I don't know why the delays are all so staggered. It's kind of hard to commentate, because they're all so staggered here. Jesse with this golden though in 7, able to hold this for cuts. He's going to get himself into a top 3 spot, pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
Just assuming he doesn't get hit. And we also see Fear on a different POV. Trip Shrooms in 7. So Looks like there's going to be a lot of the shrooming up action happening this lap. And Boshi has already managed to fail himself 5 seconds behind the pack. Very, very typical Boshi stuff here. So
this is why in a war, I feel like Final Grounds isn't as broken for top spots. You would want some balance with bottom spots as well because of the fact that you can just shroom up.
it's also, though, you're not going to have 2 shocks usually on final, right? Especially because
Exactly.
bagging works for it. It's usually going to be like a 1-shock race. It's very rare it's a 2, and usually if it is, it's like last straight getting people in the set. So TS isn't as likely, so you can at least balance that out somehow with the running in. RN getting another back off, they're pretty crucial on weak C, so they're back in top 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, Fierce taking cuts, so they're top 3 right now.
Ooh, okay, they're gonna need... Omega's gonna need at least shock to even things out, I would say. Or some superhuman plays from Jesse.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is in semifinals.
Oh, he misses the box.
This is bad for him. Yeah.
Slows down to let Weeksy throw the reds. That makes sense.
I don't even get that though. The straight is so close. I think you just have to keep driving there. It's a tough one. Oh, but it somehow hits Fear. I think he drove into the wall.
And he gets 2 reds off on Fear. That's pretty big.
Never mind. Yeah, eating my words there. It seems still though, holding on the top 2 there. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any of our POVs up in those spots right now. Jesse pulls the blue though.
Oh, that's huge.
That
I would have been interested.
What now?
Sorry, I was gonna say I would have been interested to see them go for the star pile maybe if there was a shock in play.
I haven't been able to look too much at the baggers, but it does look like there is some fishy shenanigans going on. Boshi with the trip shrooms in 4, though, able to take cut here. Should get himself in the first, and it does.
Yes.
So we're looking like, what, 1-3 for Omega right now. And as for baggers, I don't know if Métis has and is kind of just messing around.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
They let Boshi take cut, and then they use the shock.
Yeah, they TS'd one of RN, so it looks like top 2 right now for Omega. If you're pulling this golden, though, he can take cut, but I'm not sure he's going to pass anyone but his teammates here. Being able to, if he shrooms early, then he can maybe chain it set for a box 4. But we also see on our other POV, Jesse's holding blue and 8. So it looks like it's more or less guaranteed top 2 for Omega here.
Yeah.
Sardine might get bumped. I think Sardine's
got golden there.
Yeah, Sardine's POV is interesting here, and so is Fear's. He does get the box steal, I think. Oh, the green misses in the fifth. Oh, he connects.
Oh, and he hits Sardine. Oh, that's huge. It makes the race a less broken for Omega.
I think at best that Omega race is like what, +7 if they get top 2, 6, 7. I know they got top 2, 6, but I don't know where their last runner finished. Regardless, though, that's not as big of a race for Omega, I think, as it could have been.
Yeah, with
damage control.
It was looking like a top 2, 4 until Sardine got hit by that crucial fib.
I mean, that can go so many different ways, right? If he connects with the green there, even if we're just going to assume that Triton doesn't have reds or something, I think good top 3, but yeah, top 2, 6, 7 instead. And 9, so yeah, I think it's +7?
Something like that. They're down 11 for the GP, so if they get a top 2, 5 or top 2, 5, 6, they can get the GSC point. Oh wait, this is playoffs.
The GSC point in the semis. Yeah, gotta worry about that, because if you don't get enough GSC points, yeah, you're gonna be kicked out of semis. Oh well. No, I mean, it's a good momentum changer. It sucks because at least for them that could have been so much more, but yeah.
Triton is going CBG, another one of my personal faves.
Yeah, and again, something you're kind of I'm kind of interested to see being picked for all mids. I guess it can make sense if you can guarantee a draft, but honestly, it's just one of those tracks you love for top spots and bottom spots because you can have tops run and bottoms go for trips.
Ooh, Wetland for top 2. That's a really old track. I used to play that all the time in 2016 CT Worldwides and stuff like that. Oh,
CBG it is.
Okay.
I own Wetlands too. I know Boshi's very, very solid there. The track's old as hell too, so yeah.
It's super jank for me personally.
Also, Fear, kind reminder to turn off your Verizon ads. That is why we are not showing your POV right now. Yeah, I mean, again, right? This whole thing's about who can pull trip shrooms at first set. You basically have one predominant cut, and if you're able to do that in a war, it's just.
But I have noticed that if you can drive really fast in first, you can hold on to first, even fend off the trip shroom takers.
Well, it depends how long pack sits, right? That cut saves like over 2 seconds, so unless the entire pack's sitting for 2 seconds or you're 2 seconds ahead of fourth, you're probably not holding it. But yeah, Fear here with the Sherman 3 and RN already in top 3. We've seen this time and time again. They sort of just like take these top spots.
Fear has to use the shroom to save himself from uncut.
Yeah.
And it looks like people behind him have shrooms, so that'll change the top pack dynamic as we move on to the next lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if RN's just pulling better items or what, but like time and time again, they really have, cemented themselves in these like top 3 spots in the first lap or 2 of a race, and that's really, really good for them, obviously. That's
I
just
think
like
the thing is they're getting the backs on the other players. Like,
yeah.
yep, as soon as Boshi passes him, he gets the red off.
That's really smart too, because you saw Boshi took the cut, right?
Yeah.
Jesse able to shroom here though,
and
yeah,
get back right away. Yep. Yeah.
At this point though, like while RN has been able to keep these top spots, I can imagine they might be able to do the same further on here. And TC.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
It's also just one of those tracks where, pack is pretty tight. You can just dive off here with TC, honestly.
I think that's the play. Yeah, that's what he does.
He's still going to get box 8 before cut. Should be fine. Fear's going to be taking cut here, though. And with the pack being, like, it's not super tight, right? But being relatively close, like, these spots are pretty much all up for change, especially if you, like, throw blue into play or something like that.
Yeah. Now, something I would do here, it looks like Fear's going for it. Yeah, shroom here.
It was decently clean, too. That cut always feels a little scary sometimes, because if you mistime your hop, even just a bit, it's not very lenient.
Okay.
I mean, it's smart. If you got the bad angle there, he didn't get the empty, just to guarantee he gets across.
He weasels his way up there. Just the presence is enough to like keep Sardine on his toes, and he gets hit by a banana. Yeah.
RN's back to top 3, and it's a blue.
Oh, but there's a blue. Blue and shock could change everything.
I think that gets him off.
He gets bumped off by Boshi. Oh.
I think he got drafted there or shroomed or something. Wait, that's insane. I've never seen a CPG race change that much after the cut, rather, without shock. That's kind of crazy.
No, yeah, that's a pretty changey race.
I think it was 2-3-4 for Omega. I think that's a winning race for them.
I don't think it's enough to be ahead after the GP, but it is definitely a step in the right direction, and Omega needs to have more clutch endings.
Well, I don't know how that. I mean, they pulled blue and they bumped Fear off.
The bump was really good. The blue was a bit lucky, but it is what you need to just pull those items.
Yeah, I'm surprised they held the blue for so long, because like if that's me there, right, and we pull blue, I want a blue before cut, so you have to like SSMT
or
they
something. Got 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they do it.
Fifth,
maybe they are ahead now.
Yeah,
they're ahead.
Wow.
On a track like CBG with the cut there, usually the shock is what makes the race change a lot, but in this case it was just the fact that they pulled blue and bumped them off. Kind of cool.
That's wild though, because I keep thinking to myself like, wow, RN's like really playing well here by the looks of it. But just that like last 15 seconds of the race just changed everything there from like top 3 to one bottom 3. Kind of wild.
Yeah.
And okay. So we're going with the old school tracks, it seems here. Autumn Leaves Way is coming out for Retain 2. It's Triton. It's fucking Triton. Dude,
Jungle Jamble, Glimmer Express Trains, okay.
Yeah, it looks like Jesse was unable to decide here, and maybe he just didn't want to pick Glimmer, which is reasonable and understandable. Goes for Jamble instead. Looks like we have one rogue track picker on each team. Will it go to one of them? No, we're playing this one instead. Unfortunate. I would have liked to see a Jungle Jamble race.
I would have liked to see this being picked in 3 months when it actually is autumn, but it's whatever.
It took you that long to get to a pond. I'm kind of surprised. So like, I feel like you're letting yourself down a little, Spock.
We'll keep it focused on the Mario Kart for today.
Wow, how righteous of you. But yeah, anyways, going into this again, this first lap won't really matter too much. Some positioning, and yeah, you get the funny stuff happening already on Fear's POV. It looks like 3 people are getting backed, and then someone is getting bombed repeatedly.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to really say who's in the front pack until after the shortcut, really.
Yeah, it does look like, again, sort of RN occupying 134, but
that Mega could. Yeah, okay, Zach's trying to slow own, probably going to force Jesse into a Mega there. which she does.
It doesn't even matter though at this point, man. Because even if you hold
Oh, it
Mega, you're going to
doesn't.
run cut and lose in a top spot. It's just yeah, and yeah,
Oh, and
Fear's hitting the
Fear.
tree.
Ah,
Yeah, that's oh well. It
Fear
doesn't
plays
matter. It's
too
Autumn
much.
Weasley.
I do that myself a lot. In Mogi.
Yeah, the only people that I think are like in real trouble right now is potentially Weeksy just because of how far back he is, but even that's like pretty salvageable.
Yeah, pull one golden, and he's like back in the race.
Yeah, pretty much. This track is, I don't know, man. This track is wild every single time. Got that weird stuff going on. It looks like Fear is holding POW. I would probably be willing to bet that RN has Shrooms in 2 right now, and he's going to be POWing over ramp? No?
Probably.
Maybe Shrooms in
I think
4?
over rank. Yeah.
Maybe get them all after set. And he's chaining here to not let anyone take cut. No, he's just
No.
holding. That's odd.
I think he's waiting for them to take cut. I wouldn't have waited that long personally, but
And
the
Jesse,
POW is pretty decisive. It kills Jesse.
yeah, Jesse going for the hop dodge there, and it doesn't really pan out too well for him.
Yeah.
And it does look like, unless I'm wrong, Ciara is gone 10 and sitting. So I'd imagine Ciara has the bolt here, which on this track is pretty much like 15 points at least. Very, very strong.
Do we have any bagger POVs? Oh, he gets
I think
Weeksy
so.
off.
I'm surprised that connected. It didn't look like it did.
Yeah.
I guess that's just one of those EU things. I'm so used to seeing a green line and being like, oh, nothing's hitting that person, but I guess it did there. And Fear with his second POW of the race. Boshi taking Shroom Cut here.
You can see Jesse's goldening. He's probably under the assumption that someone has the shock. Otherwise, he probably would have held it.
Call into set here? Surely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Fear gets trip shrooms. That's pretty big.
This is a very solid pull here for Fear. Fear can probably get himself in the third with this, maybe even second. Looks like it's a
As
little
long,
decel there.
yeah, as long as he doesn't hit the tree again.
Oh,
With
learning
like,
from his lap one mistakes. Yeah. There we go. 1-3-4 for RN. This, I mean, I'd be surprised if these spots really changed up at this point. Go into this last, at least for top 4 right here.
yeah,
Maybe
top four is pretty
starting.
much decided now, unless some bomb out of nowhere. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, even like disregarding shock, it looks like RN got themselves into like 1-3 before shock, and then just like shock further, like compounded their win. So well played to them again.
yeah. Again, and being 1-3, it was good of them to know to use the shock. Some teams get into the habit of holding shock when they have top spots on a track where a shortcut saves 5 seconds, and you can't be doing that. So it was good on them to use it.
Very, very, very good. I was pretty happy with that one. It's also just like I think it's a sign that they've been playing pretty well the entire time to get that sort of race. I don't know, and obviously like I'm Omega biased, right, towards Omega, but like I think
Pun
our
intended.
honestly, yeah, no, definitely. But I'm on a Spock stream, man. Of course I gotta make puns,
Yeah.
but it's like I really do think like RN's been playing very well. And they deserve every point they've gotten. So well played to those guys right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, man, I got a
for
Twitch notification. Mario Kart Central is online.
that is in fact us. I have to remember we are
Oh,
Mario Kart Central. We
that's cool.
yeah, but
Cute.
let's take a gander at what they're going to be picking here, right? So we got Fear and obviously all of RN in pretty good spots. They just played Infernal and they can't pick it again without a repick pen, so they're going to have to think about something else here. And they're going towards maybe a GBA track, BC4. Yeah,
BC4 for
uh,
1-3.
I mean for 1-3-4, I still think that's a good pick. Like
Yeah.
Loki, especially like when we're playing against RN1 this season, like BC4 and BC2, they're really solid at, so it kind of makes sense they're going with this, especially if they like have James in lineup because James has played with RN1 so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good setup though for them, and obviously they get the track pick, so
If they
I'm
get
kind
the
of
draft, they'll be able to assert themselves into top spots right away. Oh, but he burns out.
that's a little awkward.
And he pulls out greens. Okay. Trying to get one on Boshi.
How
It goes
are
again.
Omega are already in top 2? Doesn't connect with any of the greens either, but
Yeah.
she's definitely farther ahead too because
Not used
it's
to.
top 3 because Weeksy shrooms up.
Okay. This is a race where Omega, if they keep their presence, they can really.
This is
Oh,
gets the
but
post snap though. That's huge. This is all up to Weeksy here though, right? Weeksy has trip reds right now in second. And I mean, if he's able to hold this, right, he can just bully the entire Triton lineup,
He's
and just
giving
slowly let
Sardine a
Sardine
break,
break.
which is definitely something he needs to do.
Yeah, no,
Did
he's playing
Sardine
it
fall
well.
off?
I can't
I,
tell because the
I
stream is
think
so
he fell off.
pixelated.
Oh,
Fear missed the low. Yeah, I don't know what Sardine's doing. That was a free
I
firster, but
should be playing in these wars. This is my
yeah,
kind of gameplay.
exactly. I was about to say this is giving me some Spock tier flashbacks here. But yeah, no, it's I mean, yeah, letting Jesse pass into first. It seems. Sorry, the
That
stream
makes
is very
sense.
pixelated for us right now. Kind of
Yeah.
hard to see what's going on, but yeah, it makes sense that you like let's Jesse pass into Sherman first just to prevent the blues. And I can't exactly read minimap either because it's so pixelated. So I don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
the pack here. Um, but keep in mind, like if it's BC4, right? We're talking like 5 sets a lap, right? Very very long track. There's going to be a lot of blues. So it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense, especially if you're just going to be chaining for protection into. Maybe even get like a god item like trip greens or something, and just be able to slow down those people behind you. Um,
Yeah.
and I think they are top 3 right now. It's kind of hard to tell. It does look like on the minimap, maybe even top 4.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think
no, that's right.
4. Oh
The
wow, and
top.
that's a break between 4 and 5 too. Um, I think at this point, Orange just has to go for shock, and it looks like Calabi is spinning out on the minimap, so maybe losing Bill, and I can't see Métis. So it looks like maybe
If
Métis
they
still sitting 10 or sitting
if
9.
they get shocked, they're definitely using an early one. There's no way they can hold.
Oh, I think one of is that one of Orange? No, it's not. I have no idea where Métis is. Jeez. Okay. Well, regardless, I mean, at this point, right, it's entering lap 3 here, and it's top 4 for Omega. I really struggle to see this top 4 changing without shock. Even with blue, I mean, okay, it looks like it burned Sherman first, but they're so far gone.
Yeah, because of the
Okay,
path. Yeah.
yeah, sorry, I was too busy reading the minimap there, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
No,
But,
it's fine.
yeah, no,
If they get a blue, they could combo the guy into Oblivion
there's
and
a
change it
blue.
to a top 3.
Yeah, there's a blue, but even so, I do just think he's too far gone. At best, I think it's top 3-5 here, assuming Fear can pull reds at the single box. He goes for single box, pulls trip shrooms. I mean, he might be able to pass with Sherman, but even so, nah. He's
Blue
not just.
purple. And he has a bomb. Okay, so yep. He goes for it. Misses.
Yeah. I mean, I guess at least Fear's going to salvage a spot here. Unless he pulls something really bad. Now he pulls trip reds. He should be holding this spot here regardless. And
Oh,
why
gets
is Jesse
Jesse.
doing that?
Okay, but
Oh,
then
look,
gets
Omega!
Mega by Sardine. Oh, good plays from both players, but I think Sardines is going to take precedence here.
And the
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
Top
That's
4.
a top 4.
I mean,
That,
I think that just goes to show the volatility this track has the first 10 seconds. Like, it really can. I don't know exactly what Omega pulled there in terms of items at first set, but one of them definitely, like, goldened or shroomed up. And it looks like Boshi drafted up in the top 2. And then it was kind of hard to tell because the pixelation, right? But just looks like all of Rn kind of just got hit out there. And Fear obviously connecting with a good back and, being able to somewhat contest their firm presence. But that stop
yeah.
Mega there by Sardine really was just the icing on the cake for that top 4.
Especially, and that's something I experience as well. When you have reds revolving around you, you feel more invincible. So uh, yeah, it's even harder to react when someone backs a fib on you, or in this case, a bomb or a mega.
There
And it's really
definitely
hard to
is
expect someone to have a mega. So I feel for Fear there, but yeah, really good play from Sardine.
that mentality for sure also impacts me, so I can relate to that strongly. But I mean, top 4 here, if you're Omega, I mean, I know what I would pick with them. It's just a question of like if they would go that. Because if it was me with them right now, I think honestly I would mess around with someone Venom Snowstorm. I know they're all
And
pretty
then
decent at that, but no, they're going Skyline.
Skyline.
Oh, that's so cringe. Boo. Everybody
Where's
boo.
the
They're picking
Dino Dino
Skyline.
jungle?
Yeah, no, they're not picking Dino. They don't like that stuff. But I guess they don't
Uh,
have enough of lineup in. But if you don't know, Omega had like pretty much every single top on that track for Venom Snowstorm, besides like Daisy and maybe like 2 other people. Um, I actually really find that track funny. But looks like we might be playing Skyline or Riverside slash Snowland. Riverside it is. Aaron getting the pick
oh,
there.
best top 4 track.
I mean that's a huge pick, right? That shit goes Skyline. It's going bad real fast probably because unlike BC4, right? Like Skyline, it's kind of hard to shroom up at the beginning. You're definitely not getting yourself into first like you can on BC4.
Yeah, Skyline would have been huge for Mega to keep their momentum, unless they all failed. But oh, Sardine takes the boxes and greens. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, Fear's
It
sitting with the golden here. This is looking real pretty.
doesn't matter about the whole trolling. He's still gonna get into top
Yeah.
spots.
No, there's a really interesting couple of things that you can actually do with this track in the first 10 seconds, including like trolling the other bagger just to prevent them from getting in the 10. Shout outs to Nathan for that, by the way. That was his idea, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyways, it's still Riverside, right? Like I've
Yeah.
watched I've watched so many races on this with ELP or just someone else like 20 seconds back and last and getting first. So again, similar to all of them, right? Not too much to necessarily comment on here besides some like funny mid-pack plays.
Yeah, this track gets even crazier in Mogi. I've had situations just like that happen to me.
It's
Still
also
getting on.
it's wild just how short the track is, right? For everything to go so crazy so fast. But anyways, Jesse taking guts here, and looks like Fear has a TC. Kind of schlagging the pack here. That's working.
Oh, looks like he's got past the TC.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
gets it off to
Okay.
Jesse. Nice.
Here's making some plays.
Yeah, bomb off the rock. Unfortunately, that actually has collision because that's
Possibly
what
some
Shadow thought.
revenge from this race.
Yeah, and I again, it's so pixelated right now. I cannot tell who is in first.
This is a situation where I would change the shroom. Yeah. Risk it. Okay, bomb. Does he get it off?
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
Sardines taking
close. That was definitely close.
Sardines taking double by the looks of it.
Ooh.
It's Pal though at a really awkward angle. Um, Jesse's in this bottom spot. Looks like Omega's probably gonna be maybe bottom two
Was
here, depending on Sardine pulls. No Sardine pulls shrooms. But you see a lot of RN back here. I think RN got one, but it looks like
Zenith is trying to troll Sardine. Or Jesse, sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's trying to troll them. Looks like he gets
Oh,
something. Oh, he gets hit himself.
oh, that was a weird ending. I remember if he got hit by his own red or what, but that was.
It's interesting that the entire time top spots were actually able to run, which is something you rarely see on this track.
I mean, and again, right? I think that's also just more of a war thing. Like, you really can, at
Yeah,
least in war,
definitely.
see people run this more often than in like Mogi, for example, just because so many people are chaining blue. All right, I think
Yeah,
we
and
have a video
also
for
there was no shock that race,
that as
which
well.
makes it different.
I feel like that's almost a rare down Riverside too, but sometimes like if you pull shock at the wrong set, you really can fuck yourself. Like if you pull it first set going backwards, right, you can just get that thing trolled out of you so fast because you have to make a bonk first try. No stop usually, assuming they have star. So I'm not sure like what exactly was going on in the bagger battle there, but you know sometimes the situations on this track really can just favor shockless races, which is kind of weird. Oh, and yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of whatever the hell happened on the line there.
Yeah. Now, if I were RN here, I would pick something like if they do pick Abyssal, I'm not 100% sure on that intel, but this would be really good spots for them to pick that.
I think it definitely can work. It's just one of those things, right, where you need to have people that are confident first off that they can hold first. Because if Omega, passes them out or pulls triple reds and reds them or anything like that, right? Like
Yeah.
that can be really really bad, especially if they're able to like foam on spiral or something like that, right? So you need to have someone who's confident holding that. You need to have someone who's confident like taking the shroom cuts, because especially that ending cut, you'd be surprised how many people fail that online. Right.
Oh, they're going Crystal.
Crystal Dungeon, though, which I mean, again, makes a lot of sense, right? Because you can have that top spot hold first, ideally. Everyone else go for shrooms. Try to be able to take shroom cut every lap. It's also just a
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
staple like orange rack. So
Yeah.
and yeah, Glimmer makes a lot of sense, obviously for 234. Maybe you can do the mountain ride, but it looks like yeah, we're going to dungeon. I must admit, also this track has kind of grown on me, since playing this last season. I don't mind it nearly as much, and the TS potential as well. Like people talk about the first TS, but TS on the end is so strong too. Especially if you get like TS off of a mushroom or TS right off the ramp. That's like awful. You spawn well before the ramp. Getting bounced though, it
Ooh,
looks like for Jesse, and then Fear also getting bounced.
you took that really tight.
Yeah, this is kind of pro and Fear. That is not what a D2 player does there, my friend.
Here.
I think we've all been there before. It is okay. We had Jesse with the Sherman too, and yeah, James has the fib. Unless he's making like he's gonna drift trick maybe here, try to back it. No, playing it safe. Oh, that was so pro actually.
That was
He has the
pretty
side
neat.
of the ramp for the boost. Yeah, it's a
I
very
like
funny
that.
ult line. I'm not sure that was intended, but it's very cool nonetheless.
I like the back spam attempt, but oh,
Oh, he
he's
break?
oh
No, he can break. He can break.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
breaks
pretty
it.
pro.
Nice.
Can he get the good
Oh, does
bounce
he
here?
get the
That's a tough
bounce?
angle.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
gets the
he
bounce,
gets
but
it.
yeah, not as good as it could be. And it looks like he's muscling right now. He has to go
Okay,
for
he
boost here.
keeps one.
Yeah,
That's
he's gonna keep
important.
it. Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
farther right there, so gonna get the boost panel faster. They're both itemless though. Fear holding a star in 6 right now. Don't really know exactly what'll happen with that, but should shock come into play here. It'll be really interesting. It's sitting for baggers now. Unfortunately, the stream is a little higher quality, so I can actually see what's going on the minimap right now.
Who goes for the shroomless?
That's a good shroomless
Mi-
too. He gets full speed out.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah.
speed.
And gets in the boxes. This shroom could be really good. Oh, that's huge. That was
Good
really
play, good
good.
play. I like that.
That's just it's so tight because you want to have your shroom boost go all the way to the mushroom, right? So you can skip that last one there, and he got it all the way. So he's going 100k damage instead of the 72. Very
Bit of a
cool.
slow cut, but it should be good enough to
Yeah,
keep one.
I think
Yeah.
the mushroom sort of made up for that in a lot of ways there. So
Yeah, exactly.
he's chilling.
I like the greenback.
It's a pretty
Oh,
niche
but
one,
they
but the
get a blue. They get
blue.
the blue. Ah,
Yeah, I mean this is really good for RN right here. I think they're 2-3 right now. This should
unless
really
they
push this.
cancel it. Did they cancel it? No.
No, don't think so. Looks like did they call into set? Yeah, they call. I think starting the set. Box 5. This could be huge. This could be the entire race. Pulls a shroom. Yeah, that's exactly what he needs.
That's a good. Yeah, that's probably getting him first back. Yeah.
This spot is lethal for snipes. You can see a lot of shit happen here. Oh, he backed his only protection. I know it's not really protection, but if he has a red here, maybe. No, he's held
No, I
one.
think he keeps one.
And Boshi
Yeah.
looks like he passed up on the line as well. Maybe a top 2 for Omega. What the hell? I mean, yeah, so the blue was huge, right? But shock immediately afterwards, and again, we talked about it right before the race. Like, it wasn't a TS, right? But that shock is so powerful, especially with that ending cut there, right? So
Mhm.
I'm I'm not too surprised that that type of turnaround can happen. It's just kind of how the track works sometimes.
Would you say slowing down while you're getting blued and then TSing them as they go off the ramp and then getting yourself into ramp would be slightly better shock
No,
or
because
does your
they're
item
gonna respawn before set, and you're gonna get top spot boxes, and they're getting bottom spot boxes as
they're
they're
getting
big.
bonus
So
boxes? Yeah.
yeah, you're getting owned. But no, top 2-4 there for Omega. That shock was even bigger than I really sort of imagined. Like I've seen some crazy shit on that shock, right? Like
I feel
TSing
like
two
we've
people on
seen
mushroom pads. It's kind of wild because if you TS on mushroom pads again, like you can get them to respawn before the first ramp. You can get them to respawn on mushrooms. It's just, I mean, it's crazy
yeah.
how much time people can lose, especially if you dodge, right? And I don't even think anyone dodged there for Omega. Maybe in bottom spots they did.
No
Yeah, this is
important
huge.
spots dodged, but they were still able to get a good race because
Yeah,
of the power of that shot.
no,
I feel
exactly,
like
exactly.
we've seen a large momentum shift. At the beginning, Triton or RN, they were getting every single back spam off. They were keeping the top spots. And then Omega was able to sometimes come back at the end with the blue or a shocker or some play. But now we've seen that that's changed. RN's not keeping the top spots, and now Omega's starting to make those plays and assert themselves in the front when it matters the most.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much spot on right now for what's happened.
You
I mean,
could say Spock on, but yeah.
yeah, Spock on for what has happened there, or closer to Spock off. If you keep making those puns, we're gonna have to mute you on stream. Is he gonna chain this mega? Yeah, he is. This is an interesting chain here. If he pulls trip shrooms, it could be really good. Still, a single shroom's not bad. Going for the
Yeah.
schlag attempt again. It's Snowland. This is like the third time I think we've played a track that RN has picked. In this sense, where it's just like a complete and utter dice roll, right? We're talking Autumn Lee's Way and Riverside before this.
Yeah.
I mean, in Wars again, it's a little different, but still, there's just so much potential for shrooming up pretty much any turn on the track. So, not really a whole lot necessarily going to be going on here. And
Yeah, like
this
I feel
break
like
is
this
nothing.
top two, there's a low chance that this remains top two. Ooh, he
Yeah.
goes up. Is he going for the shroom?
No, I mean, I've done this as well. You can like get an extra. You can get a box over there. You can still get a box in the bottom route, mind you, but also like you can with lag and stuff like spam backs and stuff when you're landing. And it does have
Mhm.
a pretty decent chance of hitting people if you're ready and starting out here. But now
Fear got a back. Yeah,
this first
he
is
got a
looking
back
pretty
red on.
decent.
Yeah, he got a back green on Boshi and then pull trip reds to keep Sardine from staying in second. This was Fear is pulling some weight right now
Oh,
to keep the top spots.
looks like Matey's chaining in 10 right here. Still going backwards though, and it looks like I think Ciara's sitting in the off-road. Ciara might have a 9 right now. Oh, Ciara respawn. Never mind. Losing Bill.
Okay. And despite all of the efforts of Fear, because of the way the track works, Jesse's got himself into that top three. Oh, but he gets snagged right away!
Good shit by
Oh,
Zach
but
there, and
there's
the
a
blue's coming up, but it's late. No, I think it's late. Will it hit? Oh, it's on the line! No, it's on the line! Oh, and Jesse hitting the nano, he's botting. Oh, but it looks like Sardine
James
passed
gets
up. I still think that's a good race for RN overall. Triton. No, that I don't know. I'm so shocked that turned out like that. I think that was also just a completely shockless race until after, which I mean, if I had to guess, if I was in Omega's shoes there, right, and you know your bagger's pretty much perma 10, like I would just be holding dodges pretty much that entire race if I could, all the way up until lap 3 cut. Right?
Yeah.
And if they do that, you kind of have a trend to fall too far behind if you're just relying on that shock so much there. And I don't even think that's necessarily a wrong play. That's just like, you know, you got unlucky and didn't pull shock there when your bagger's perma 10. And you know, those things just happen. So tough shit there, but yeah, but RN capitalized on that really well because their top spots were able just to break even further than, and by the time like catch up needed to happen, it was kind of just too late. And obviously the really good snipe there by Zach on Jesse. Jesse I think would have gotten first otherwise.
Slightly winning race, but they're down 45 with 3 races to go. Maybe they can keep the momentum shift. I feel like they have been getting a little unlucky with getting in top spots and then just Omega pulling blues on them. That on the line blue was
Yeah, that was
monumental.
definitely something. that changed the top 2-4 into a 1-3. But I mean, that's just how it be sometimes, man. I don't know. I do think that overall though that race, that can almost like sort of balance out if you want to with just not pulling shock 10 there. Because I mean, if you pull shock there, right, it's just a huge race for you.
I would say RN could really use a top 4 right now.
That's a very astute observation, Spock. I'm pretty proud of you to realize that one. Yeah, that would in fact make it close.
I mean, like even with like a winning race, like a top 2-6 or something, that might not be enough. For morale and stuff, a top 4 could really give the momentum needed.
I would say any solid like winning race here with top 2 would be pretty good to have, or even like 1-3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Twin Peaks coming out here. Both those tracks on the list are pretty good actually.
Ooh,
Twin Peaks is no exception. Omega's played this for a pretty long time as well. I know they're decently solid at it, but it's an old track.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of the old tracks. They should host a Classic Wars sometime.
I tell you what, I don't think that's in the cards for either of these teams unless Elmer decides to ask them. In which case, maybe there's an opportunity. But yeah, train coming here. Who's it gonna hit? Who's it gonna hit? Who's it gonna hit? Nobody. I don't think it hit anybody.
Say everyone's well trained on this track.
Yes. I wonder who trained them in the first place. Or some would say, what was it, Spock? A truck? A truck?
Oh
Spock?
yeah, a truck. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, there was a time in call where Spock, in fact, called this train a truck. So we just refer to it as the Twin Peaks truck now.
Yeah.
I think it was truck. Maybe it was bus. It was something. Regardless, yeah. So 2 shrooms in here for Fear and 4. He'll be able to take this cut here and definitely get himself into a top 2 spot here. Jesse also with the trip shrooms in 6. Will be able to get himself. I mean, he might even combine the cuts, take the double, with all 3 shrooms, and be able to get himself into maybe second if he's able to pass Fear. It just depends. Oh no, but it looks like first got hit out, so Fear's gonna definitely be breaking here with this. Jesse going for cut as well. I mean, I would connect these here, and he does. Yeah,
that cut is just so powerful. In fact, in Mogi, you would see lap 1 shocks just to prevent people from taking that cut.
Yeah, or even just dodge people in it.
Yeah, you can see the damage it's doing. Fear just got himself into first with a decent break.
Oh,
ooh,
no, the CCP moment. Unfortunate there. Let's see, the train's coming out. Oh, and Jesse gets trained. Oh, I absolutely love to see people get trained on this track. I'm sorry, Jesse. It's just too funny. Looks like, yeah, Fear has gotten himself into first. So Jesse's able to hit this box 5 though. Yeah, and pulls the SNK item soon for the win. This is what he would pull here.
This is where if either team has the shock, I feel like they should use it if the other team
is taking
has
cut.
bottom spot
I mean,
boxes, yeah.
it does look like right now Ciara is in 10, so maybe
The cut's just that good.
yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on. Looks like, I don't know what Métis doing either. Maybe has shock in 9. You can't really tell at this point. But yeah, just to be able to take
I
all
like
the cuts,
using
I
the
feel like
shroom
people are
there.
shocked. Yeah.
He needs to get himself into first.
Ooh,
Just
and
keeping frontal presence for Omega should be enough. Oh, does he see the?
blue
He
splits.
doesn't back.
Blue splits. The blue splits. Hit both of them.
Okay, that's decent. At least he got the blue to split. But
And,
now this track with the shortcut gone, I'm interested to see. Oh, he does bag.
I
Okay.
think they might have 9. Yeah, it looks like Métis going forward right now. I think Métis has a 9. And if that's the case, like shock is just so powerful here. But you want to have Jesse still shroom up, right? Um, I don't
Ooh.
know what that shock was. I'm gonna be real. I didn't see anyone dodge because it's for pixelated right now. Maybe they dodged someone in mid spots. That's like honestly a shocker though for me. See what I did there? Shocker? It's a
Pun
shocker.
intended.
Yeah. No, it's just I don't know, man. I'm a little head scratching there, but looks like they're able to get in the boxes here. Fears in a star. Oh, he
Oh,
reds
oh, the
himself.
Reds hits him.
Yeah. Box 6, maybe
Mario
pull
Kart
something here.
Wii lag moment. And he pulls the POW. Best item.
He can teep out for you here though before. Oh, another shock coming in. I think that's a. Was that no?
Ooh.
It's another shock 9. I think that was another shock 9 right there for Omega. Oh, but the draft into the wall. Oh, if he doesn't draft into the wall there, he might actually have gotten like 5th.
Be able to get. Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
I have so many questions about that race. What was that shock? What was the first shock? Like, what did that do? And then was that 2 shocks 9?
Apparently,
That had to have been 2
apparently
shocks
Meiji
9.
was filling first shock, so it was actually a Triton shock.
Wait, but they TS themselves in the grass cut. There's no way they would call that intentionally. Yeah,
Ooh, and a
2-3-4-7
slightly
for
losing
Omega.
race for Triton. That might put it to bed unless they can pull a
Well, I mean,
top 4.
yeah, technically it's still alive, right? But I think this is going to be an Omega W here, unless we see some jungle jamble action come out.
I think at this point Omega needs to um just not get top forward, and then they can even think about burning a Triton track for a later match.
I mean, yeah, you want to secure the win at this point. It's always like a. I feel like people can get too excited there sometimes, to get ahead of the game. But at
Yes.
this point, you just pick a track to guarantee the win. That's definitely something that we have suffered with in
Mhm.
PL, especially in our D3 season. Um,
Remind me, how much is a top 5 again? How much of a swing is that?
5 is 41.
41. Okay. So if they can lose by less than 11 points this race, then they can
Yeah.
yeah.
But it looks like Oren tried, yeah, Fear with the rogue link side pick here. I think Oren is already with the mentality of they want to burn Omega tracks, and they're trying to go for a rabbit hole first, which is a pretty smart move because that's a really good track for them.
Yeah.
Also, Ford, how
Yeah.
far ahead is it? Boshi is ahead right now or behind? I'm trying to see. He's behind. Okay, thank you.
I think they're trying to give one of the runners Bill, not necessarily to use on this track because I don't favor Bill too much on this one.
Well, it's a
But
little bit of both, right? The main thing is that
yeah,
you really need the bagger. The strat's only viable with Star unless you're Boshi,
and
right?
exactly. That's what I was gonna say later. Come
So
up to.
yeah, I mean, it's also just because you'd rather, if you're trying to chain for Star, you'd rather hit boxes 9 or 8, usually preferably 8, right?
Yeah,
Just to
you
make
hit
sure you don't
box
pull
10,
Bill.
you pull Bill, you're just kind of screwed.
Yeah, exactly. You have to drive off and then pray for Star at the around set. In which case,
Ooh, the red
other's gonna
goes
break.
past him. That's really. Oh, but it hits a Weeksy
Wixie's
off.
off. I mean, if Wixie didn't have a shroom there,
Okay.
this might be okay because I think right now with that shroom in 1, Fear is PAL 4 as I say that, so maybe not as much, but yeah, well, he'll be able to do the blue there. There you go. See.
Yeah. I think it would have been hard for them to know that Jesse had Shroom 1
I mean,
to
I don't
use the
know.
POW for the blue. Yeah.
I think it's decently well read. I mean, he pulled trip shrooms, right? He took 2 cuts. You can
Yeah.
kind of say 3 minus 2, and you're a mathematician, so I'm sure you can tell me that. But yeah, he would still have 1 in the pocket unless he had to burn it on shroomless, in which case you would have seen him go farther forward.
Yeah.
He's chilling right now, and again, dice roll track. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if RN like the mentality is there in call right now either for them, because it looks like they're like the fact they're just picking like rabbit hole and stuff. Oh, James going up. The fact they're picking rabbit hole though, right, as a group of 4, I think it means that they've more or less sort of accepted the defeat for this match. So we'll see if Jesse's able to hold first here. This is just a loss, but it is Lakeside Park, so anything can happen. Pulls a red. Yeah,
Oh.
the red? No.
Cracks it. Okay.
Dude, I have no idea what they're tracked on. It must have been like the shadow GBA walls, but that's weird.
If Omega's holding blue right now, I think it's over. But if they can get a blue off...
There's like a bunch of grass cuts here. If they have shrooms, I mean, maybe there's something to be played here, but yeah, even if Jesse gets like second, I'm pretty sure it's still...
They need a shock, like, right now. If the other team has shock, it's over. Go for a trick snipe, just for fun? Aw. Okay, he makes the cut. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think this might be it here. Yeah, and Sardine's also getting a good spot here, and so is Boshi. I think 145 is enough to seal the deal here for an Omega victory.
Given where the shock was used, I think they had and were just holding. Yep.
I mean, it's not much to say. Lakeside is super shock reliant most of the time, especially with the TS being there and the Stromless and all that mumbo jumbo at the very end, right?
Yeah.
It's like I think I think it is the only track where like TSing yourself intentionally is a strat there. Aside from like maybe Mushroom Island respawn. But yeah, anyways.
I've done it once in Emogi where you drive off intentionally at that ramp. And then you respawn dodge and just beat everyone in the top spots. Risky to go for, but it pays off if you get it.
It pays off if you're Spock. Yes, in the meantime, it does look like Omega is chaining matches after this. So we will have more than one match played, which is huge, because earlier they were like, we don't want to play without Ice, because Ice is very important for their team, but I think they have the confidence after playing that match 1 to go for that, and it looks like they were trying to burn tracks. Each team, like Spock was saying earlier, will try to burn the other team's tracks here that they don't want to play. And these are both pretty bad tracks. So I would and oh boy, Discord just did a funny. It looks like Spock was disconnected from call. I swear that was not me trying to be funny. That Spock, you're back. I have no idea what happened there. No, you're good. Everyone's Discord got killed, man. But yeah, Skyline Avenue is getting burned. We don't have to cast it, dude, which means we don't have to sleep for 3 minutes in a race. We can do it now. We can even sleep now.
Alright.
But no, I mean, I wonder exactly what is going to happen here for Triton this next match, because they're going to have to change something up, ideally. Right? I mean, like, I don't know exactly what happened for them. Like, just if the mojo stopped flowing, or whatever here. But, you know, obviously something sort of changed. So I don't know exactly what they're going to be wanting to change up here. They evidently had the front presence early on in the event, which is like mostly you know, a pretty common issue that you can see. Like, oh, we just need to be in front spots more, right? And then races will change. But I don't think that was the issue, because they clearly had those spots, but they just kept losing. I'm not sure if it was just mistakes or what, but yeah, there was some very weird stuff sort of going on there.
Yeah. I think RN needs to compose themselves for this upcoming match if they're chaining, because they definitely seemed like they had the potential to win. They were making some really good plays as well.
Now Pal completely ruins the shortcut for fear. Yeah. No, it's I don't know, man. It's just one of those where it's like, I think RN honestly played really well for the first half and then kind of just died off at the end.
Exactly.
They did have some pretty unfortunate luck for a lot of those races too. But can we talk about the blue on Snowlands too? But again, like Omega not point shock there too is when Callie had Bill 9. Kind of just, yeah. Regardless. They had some rough times, but I think they can play better and just bring it back next match.
Does this race matter at all, like in terms of like score?
Literally zero reasoning, which is so beautiful. Skyline Avenue should have no reasoning. It should have no bearing. Fuck this track. Fuck everything and all that it stands for, and fuck the people who pick it.
In Mogi. I don't
Oh,
mind it in War.
just anyone who picks it, dude. If you pick it in the worldwide, like fair enough, I guess, but nah, bro, I hate playing this. This is abysmal to play. Actually, like 218 online for me now.
You know what isn't abysmal to play?
Abyssal. What?
Yeah.
Wow, I even got the pun there in advance. I'm learning. I've only been in call for fucking an hour with this guy and already doing that shit. That's great.
Yeah.
And I do not think it matters at this point what happens here. Fear has Bill, so maybe he can cheese some indivs. And Jesse a star. Matey might be able to pull a shock. It looks like Matey's just kind of sitting. Fear gonna bill himself all the way to the line.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone into star yet. Why aren't you using your star?
They're just
You're
calling
gonna
him out.
lose it.
They're just calling him out. Because they had shock, for sure. It's not Mogi's fuck. No, they're not gonna spam shock last set. They definitely had. But yeah, that is
No,
that's the event.
I mean, like, he's gonna be in star anyways. Like, he's wasting some of his star if you get that.
Sounds
If that makes
good.
any sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. With that in mind, I think we're gonna take a break because we're a bit tired right now. GG's to both teams there. Huge win, obviously, for Omega. Coming into that as like semi underdogs, if you want to go off point score. But yeah, they played pretty well. RM played very well as well. So we'll see how things shake out for this next match here. It'll probably be starting in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. But for the meantime, we're gonna take a break. So GG's and see you guys in about 10 minutes or so. I don't know. I think based on last match, obviously we saw RM with a strong start, and they subbed back in Pringle. Pringle is back in lineup. Ooh, that's actually huge. I think he will be. I mean, I would say he's probably the most scary player besides maybe James, right?
James is the best player by a little bit, but Pringle, he just brings like a frontal presence, which they already have a lot of, but like a consistent one.
That's for sure. Pringle, honestly, like from the times I played against him, he reminds me a lot of Eve. From playing with Eve, it's just like we can consistently rely on him to always be in like a top 3 spot, pretty much. And that's pretty pro whenever that happens. So having that runner obviously back in the lineup now, I think will really potentially turn the tide for them. I'm assuming he subbed in for Yomogi. Could be wrong on that, but anyways. Oh, we're going with the S tracks, it seems today.
Both really like powerful like backing tracks, was surprising because it's 1-3 versus 2-4.
Yeah, I think Spike Desert has like decent runability considering where first set is, depending on like if you're gonna be risky, but yeah.
Stuck at Summit though.
Yeah, this is the track you can go backwards on and be fine. So I don't know. Dude, we've played a lot of these from RN today. We've played what? Riverside, Lakeside.
Yeah.
A lot of these like heavy reset tracks, right?
Oh, I'm not a huge fan of how this plays in Mogi, but War should be good.
Well, the common analogy I've always heard is that this is basically the gardens of CTs. This is before Lost Ruins is added, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, Fear, however, would disagree. Yeah,
Ooh,
Fear disagrees because you can't chain the star through the cut. But yeah, but she's in 1 now. Zach has Shroom 2.
Yeah.
I would favor Zach's position by a fair bit here, depending on like who's playing blue. Oh, never mind. It's our team with the red. And then Pringle comboing his own teammate because of the slippery road.
Zach pulling trip shrooms again though. Very OP on this track. Oh, and he gets hit again.
And he's getting backed, but Boshi pulls the shroom too.
He fell
off the track.
Nana in the cut. That could do something.
Oh no, dude, he was still on the track. What? I'm so confused. I think Fear is yeah, Fear got really screwed over there. Oh no, Fear's bagging. Wait,
you're right. Alpha, they are driving like you.
No, I'm just lost. I thought Fear was a runner there for a minute, but I guess he's bagging. Okay. But yeah, Boshi's just holding 1 right here. Honestly, in a pretty decent spot, but we don't know what's going on with Shock here. I honestly don't even know who's in 10 right now.
Oh, he drives into the blue trail.
Matey's going forward though. Getting blue on a ramp ain't bad here. And so Jesse taking cut. Just top 2 break right now. Anything short of Shock here, and I think RN is in some serious trouble, or Triton. Fuck. Dude, it's like the 5th time, at least. I keep saying that. I don't know. And he's in star here. Surely they call it the ramp here if they have, but
yeah, both baggers still going backwards though. So it might be Shockless.
And it's going to the lap 3, obviously,
Red's
very
really
end.
good
So
here, though.
I guess their tag is just something you aren't able to say properly.
Indeed, this is why we have Spock on the stream, everybody. It's able to make those comments that nobody else can or will, for that matter. Oh, maybe able to shroom past him on the line here. Oh, he does. Yeah, top 2-4, top 2-4-6. Yeah, Omega just broke, even with the blue, man. I don't know what happened lap 3, but like, it looked like Boshi split from everybody else, right? And then it was 2 through 8 were kind of all decently close within a set or so of each other, and then Boshi got blued, and Jesse just kind of caught up, and everybody else looked like they just hit like 3 bombs. I don't quite know what happened.
Omelette just pulled streams, and well, we saw Zach with trip reds, and not sure what everyone else is doing, but I guess they didn't pull anything good either.
Yeah, but it was all in the distance of like a single set with no cuts, right? It was all in slippery road. I don't know how the pack like managed to split that much, specifically between second and third. That's just very odd, especially considering second still had shrimp, so it wasn't like he goldened up or anything on the last section, right? Just very weird how that happened, but I mean, obviously it played their favor, so that's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be.
What I noticed from last match too, and including that race, it's a lot of the races have just been shockless, which benefits the team in top spots way more. Which is, I feel like this is quite momentum based at this point, because you know, RN had Triton had like a first like really good GP, and then Omelette just ran with it because it's 12 race GPs, so the momentum swings much harder.
And yeah, we saw the same thing on Snowlands too, right? But the shockless momentum for RN at least, letting them hold those top spots. Even though they got blued on the line, it would have been top 2-4. But let's turn our attention to one of the best tracks in the game being picked here. We're seeing Diaz Wario come out for Omega, and they get the pick.
Oh, wow. Okay, Echo, this is all you.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one, man.
Your
I'll be real though.
right here.
This is the team like that when I was on this team, this is when I grinded this track really hard. And they all did too. I think Boshi kind of like convinced me actually to grind this harder. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if anyone gets the draft here. It's pretty important. If you're able to get the draft there, it's pretty huge, but no, it doesn't look like anyone does. So Omega able to hold this top 2. Bomb is huge here though. Bomb on the straight is absolutely massive. He has to huck it here. Yeah, puts it in the tight line too. This is definitely getting someone. Got Jesse.
Good red.
So Bosch is able to hold down first though, and it looks like Zach's obviously in the back. Bosch is a fib. Could he get redded up here? It's the question. Taking some weird lines on this section.
Doesn't go for the box.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Also with the fib, James is shrooming up, misses the ramp because he goes for the fast strat. Zach's kind of shrooming now, but yeah, with those kind of bad lines there, it looks like James has managed to outline Boshi. Not a phrase you're necessarily used to hearing. Boshi with a clutch crack on the red though. Yeah, actually, if we could swap to Boshi POV, this is actually pretty interesting up top right now.
Let's take a look at
He's got this shroom here right now. It's pretty much just a contest of like if he doesn't get hit here. On weeks he gets a little trail, but it's fine. He's on boost. If he doesn't get hit here, right, he could easily get into first here, but he needs to take this section well. So get the low. There's a red coming. He should be able to break this though. He's fine.
Yeah.
Open. Weeksy not taking this super
here,
well.
Right?
Yeah, he's shroom there, and James has an item now. Oh, but the fib hits
him.
He didn't remember. Did not remember.
No, you know what? I think that was back after, right?
I mean, Boshi cheated, so I think it was his.
Yeah, it was Boshi's from the previous lap. If you're saying like James was ahead of him last lap, I don't think he was. I'm pretty sure Boshi was in first, right?
Oh, okay, so he just forgot. Right?
He just forgot. Yeah,
just got this insane break out of nowhere, basically.
It's kind of how this track works. Yeah, it's people tend to hit each other a lot in the mid spots, and this bill lasted forever. Jesus.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's how she would. I don't think she would call your penis a bill, Spock. That's it's a little awkward there. But yeah, there's a blue coming out here for Triton. I don't think this is really going to do that much, though, especially if you're getting him on the mounds, because you can just SSMT and hop trick. He's going for the combo, though. If those greens connect, that'd be huge. Oh, it's close.
Oh, no connect.
Oh, Pringle's shrooming, though. I think he'll be able to get second here. It's really tight between him and Boshi. I don't know. I think Pringle might have lagged on his screen.
Yeah, that's a Pringle second, I believe, because Pringle's net is not known for being great.
No. That track's interesting online though. It's got a lot of break potential, and honestly, like that bomb at the beginning, it could have been so much more. Like I think he did it. I think he did the best he could with it, right? But like that's one of those things where if the drivers aren't aware and they haven't played the track a lot, right? Like that bomb can just be so powerful on that first straight.
Like, he got Jesse with it, like, fully cleanly, but Boshi, like, barely missed it, so if it was, like, slightly to the right, he just gets 2 in there. Well,
Yeah.
Omelette doesn't run top 2 that race, and Triton does.
It's so impactful, and also they got the top two there. It looks like Pringle's internet is not the strongest force in this room right now, but it's just like whenever I'm playing that track from first, right? It's always like you fear the draft at the beginning, right? And then you fear the snipes on that boost panel straight away. Everything after that, you're completely chilling because you'll have broken by then, right? And it's just waiting for blues at that point. So it's always those are like the two high intensity moments in the first 10 seconds of the race or so. So as long as you get through that, you're fine. But yeah, obviously the bomb there is just like it's hard to avoid even if you know it's coming. So um, well played from both teams. I'm happy to see that track come out. I'm a little surprised, honestly, but it's good to see that one. I'm very happy. And now we get to play something.
Some really unorthodox tracks here.
Yeah, potentially a CTGP removal coming here. Celestial Ruins. I joke, but I did just submit that to potentially be removed. So we shall see. I don't know. This one's a weird one. It makes sense though, because I guess like RN obviously in the bottom spots they just want to pull trip shrooms and go, and especially with someone like Pringle on their team, if he's able to just pull that shroom, right? But looks like he's pulling nanas anyways. Boshi with the mega here though, can't even
Ooh.
chain for cut.
Yeah, can you chain with Star? I don't remember.
No, it's way too far.
It's too
He's gonna
far,
get this
right?
draft here though. Yeah, the fib tight and that
Sardine
connects.
is destroying them with his
Wow.
first. Already backed 3 of them.
Oh, but James is shrooming up here.
Good try from Boshi, but that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, I get what he's trying to do because he knows James has shrooms, but I think James either had a golden or he just burned 2 of his shrooms. He might even have a shroom 1 right now. It's just hard to tell. I would just drive tight, to be honest, based on how he's playing.
Yeah, just go tight. Boshi's fast player. He can definitely make up some ground,
I can't tell if he's
even on
shrooming something because
James.
of... Oh, nope, there's a fib, yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't have a Sherm. Oh, that's a place where I would have thrown the red on the ramp, tried to get him.
I mean,
At the
it's a
very
tough
least.
call. He's just so far ahead, right? Yeah. They're kind of stuck in that decision there. But it does look like Triton is in 10 right now.
He needs to pull Susui. Or go for some Hail Mary snipe if he wants to get one.
No, I
Otherwise,
honestly...
holding down is fine.
Yeah, it's just there's also the cut there. So you can either just like wait for blue or he's gonna probably hit like a mid spot box maybe going around. But no, he's still hitting 2. Yeah, Zach's able to shroom up here though.
You see Jesse going round on the mini map. Maybe they're waiting for shock.
Hmm.
But then Triton were in 10, so
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
interesting to go round.
Maybe Matey just already has.
Ooh, goes for the shroom off the track. Oh, Weeksy with the
Is he
sitting
still with
reds.
triple reds?
Yeah, Matey's
This is
sitting.
some.
I think Matey has right now in 9. Like Matey would be 100% sitting in a set, but is kind of just avoiding pack. If I had to guess, this is an Omega Shock 9 right now that we see coming out. And they're 2-3. Yeah, Jesse with the star in 5th too. This is absolutely huge. This is firstable for him.
Yep.
I honestly, I wouldn't even risk calling it set here. I would just call through cut. Like T as any of the RM people who hop in the cut. And there's a blue too. Yeah, you have to hold. Absolutely have to hold. Just take it through cut here, and this should just be GG. Yeah, they definitely have shock. If they didn't have shock there, they would just expect to cancel. Oh, but yo, they could have gone for the TS there on Zenith. Oh, but he's in Mega.
Yeah, he's in Mega.
They're gonna call him out.
Call him out. No.
No. Maybe no one has. Maybe Matey's just cheating 9.
Matey would have definitely done
I'm
different
pretty sure
stuff,
that
I
was
think.
Fear that was just hit by a Thwomp, maybe dropping
We'll see
a
with his
star,
Mega.
So...
Maybe they're going for a TS or Talk on Mushroom. Boshi kind of killed them. Boshi's gonna get 1.
I mean, you have to call him out. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
But even so, like, I don't think he's catching these people.
I don't agree with that shot personally. I think they needed to use it earlier to get something better.
Dude, and honestly, regardless of what Zenith is in, I think it was Zenith taking cut, or whoever was taking cut, right? Whenever he's in, as long as it's not Star or Bill, I think you just call there, right? Because you TS him in the cut in the Mega. He doesn't save any time. You keep your top spots, and Jesse will be auto first, even with a blue, right? He's so far broken away at that point because he dodges and takes cut.
It was really interesting that they didn't call him out. Like, maybe they were in a stall or something in, like, bottom 2, because Triton were both back there. but I still think that's worth it for them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. I don't exactly know what happened. I think like one thing also they maybe were trying to do is just minimize there being a last second one. Even so, I mean, you saw how little that saved, that last second shock that they ended up doing, right? Unless they get like a TS there or something like that, it's just not saving time. So
Yeah.
yeah, oh well. Also, after this GP, I gotta go make some new. I gotta pour the drink mix in to the water, so I'll be gone for like a minute. But yeah, in the meantime, I don't know. Omega's taking this one by the reins yet again. I guess it's just time to see what type of track they get here, if they even get the pick, obviously.
Camp Cardigan, interesting.
Cardigan coming out.
I haven't seen that one in a while. Omega's going for Swamp. I do know that Weeksy has spent a lot of time on this track recently. If you check the leaderboards, I think he's like 4th or something. And I know Boshi's played it in the past. Doge obviously had BKT until the recent renaissance on that track. For some reason, people decided to start playing it again. But Camp Cardigan, first
really,
track of Mr.
really
Fluffy.
unorthodox tracks from both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of happy to see it though.
Spock doesn't know what's going on from his 20 launch events a day.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I mean, right? Like, I'm so happy to not see like melting skyline. Well, skyline was picked the last one, but it was burned, so yay. But rabbit hole, all those tracks that we just normally see, we're picking the fun ones. It seems like today. So, props to both teams. Even if you lose, you go out with the knowledge knowing you didn't pick the cringe shit. So there's that.
And that's all that
interesting
matters
for Triton though, because a lot of the tracks that they had on tracklist were removed in the last update.
Yep.
Like some of the strongest runners, like
Yeah,
Aquania.
Aquania, Flowery Greenhouse for James. Like, there's a lot of tracks on that list, right? That almost like targeted them in a sense. I think it's Skygrove as well. Maybe a couple of them had. I know Ryan was upset about Skygrove being
I tried to
removed.
save Skygrove.
Yeah, the blue for Boshi here. Yeah, if you see Zach's, he has the Mega right now in 4th. This could be pretty solid, and I think it is full back now. I don't know if that's Métis. Yeah, it looks like Métis in 10 right now. Obviously, just having this Mega here is super strong, especially on Camp Cardigan where there's so many different off-road cuts here or there. Oh yeah, Métis definitely has, or had. He lost.
He lost it. That's a really clutch play from Zach.
I mean, I like the play and I like the ingenuity. The question is,
will it though?
Yeah, will it pay off? Right? Because like he lost a Mega in 4th to that, right? And obviously, Shock's pretty strong on this. So if Métis not able to pull, it's fine. But Métis still gone 10, or maybe not gone, but still is 10, right? So had a couple boxes of the chain after that. Maybe like immediately pulled. It looks like Jesse's in Star.
Oh, everyone's in dodges. They're probably using.
Surely, yeah, I guess not. Maybe they call in a set. Oh, Sardine and Mega here? They call? No?
Maybe they're hoping their bagger can spam it. I think that's what's happening. Gets the red off. That's huge.
Oh, he
Cracks
breaks
the
it!
red. Okay.
Gets to the line. And it looks like, yeah, Zenith got TC'd, or someone got TC'd. Kind of hard to read because Jesse has a really shitty font. Yeah, also, I don't know who that is on our other POV there, but someone just got absolutely destroyed on the line. I think that might have been Zach. That's a rough one there. That's a rough one, Chief. But yeah, no, I guess that play kind of did work out, but like still, I think at that point, right, you just try to like predict they're going to be calling it second set, right? Or is it third set? I don't know. It's the ramp set. They're going to be calling the ramp set, right? Like almost every time there.
So I mean, I guess it worked out in the benefit technically because, well, they would have got a much better race with a Mega and a Star.
Yeah.
But they Triton kept first, but I mean, they didn't get anything else afterwards.
I mean, I guess if it holds them first, it's not bad. But yeah, it's just one of those plays where it's like, it's hard to justify the time lost there. But I guess it worked out because Métis wasn't able to pull again. So again, Omega about 50 points up right now. Still a lot of time left though. Races to change. So can we swap to Jesse POV really fast? Well, can anyone else read this font? This seems really bad. Like on this screen, it kind of looks like manageable, but when you have a translucent background or it's on a track, it just looks absolutely awful. So I'd like you guys to turn your attention to that whenever we switch to Jesse POV. It is truly horrendous, and maybe we can bully him into changing his font, because yeah, it's not fun. Anyways, that's all I wanted to mention there.
I'll have to see the Mushroom Island pick.
No, but Dermo Special is not coming out here.
Not working out though.
But cancel time. Yeah, this track's getting an update too. Mega Kart got very upset one night when he was playing Path of Exile with Eon, and he found out that Dragonfly 99 had discovered a shroomless TF cut that is entirely QM'd off the ramp. You think I'm joking right now, but I'm not. That's actually why the track's getting updated. Anyways, yeah, Pringle in first year is going to be hard to break his ass out. And honestly, I think he's probably just going to run this entire race. Even take a blue. Like, look how much he's already broken if we swap to Boshi's POV. Like, I mean, he's just...
Bush tries to go for a cool snipe, but denied by the invisible wall.
Invisible wall on the right, yep. Yeah, Pringle is not only like very fast on this track, is also just very fast. You can see he's underneath the track right now, because of how it works. But yeah, I mean, if anyone's able to catch him, I guess it's Boshi. It's gonna be really interesting seeing these top two play. Zach is a Mega in 5th right now, so he'll be able to take the item cut here. Oh, if he's not forced, ooh,
I think he still makes it.
Yeah, he still makes it. Yeah,
this is looking like a clear Triton intent too.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Métis is super comfortable with this strat here.
Oh, and he gets rewarded with a TC that he passes.
Wait, no, this is good. This is really good for Triton right now. Is Boshi pass back? No, that's really good for Triton. Yeah, wow.
This could be what they need. This is the momentum shift I'm calling it.
Viciously comboed right now by Zenith in the last. No, this is really good though for Triton, because Pringle's 100% just gonna run in first here. Even if he gets blued, he still has a blue lead, right? Like,
yeah.
This is exactly what they need right now to get back into this event. They just need to hope that the lap 2 plays out as fortunately as lap 1 did for them.
Ooh, doesn't stay on the rail fully.
Honestly,
maybe intentional.
Okay. Yeah,
I think that's intentional.
Yeah, Weeksie's trying to go for boxes 3, right? He's just pushing him for a wider box at that point. Makes him lose more time on Pringle overall. I think that's a net
exactly.
Win. Yeah. Because at this point, just making sure that Pringle's gonna get that top spot regardless of blue, I think is pretty strong. And he's holding this shroom here probably for the cut, I would have to imagine. Oh, the green! Green! That's insane.
That's a little. I feel like he should have.
Oh, that's brutal. Behind the wall too.
Dude, I joined the Omega call before this, and I was talking with Weeksy. Weeksy was mad because we weren't showing his not actually mad, but he was mad. He's like, "Bro, I'm popping off. I need to see my fucking play." There you go, man. There's the fucking play. Just change that top 2 into a 2-3 for them.
Jeez.
That's huge. And then the Pringle gets the delayed backspin. That's pretty pro. I'm not sure if it was a trick snap or not. And Dodge coming in for... Is that Triton? I think it's Triton, yeah.
That's Triton.
Top 2.
This is going to be a huge race for Triton, but just imagine what if he didn't get sniped there.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's top 2 4-8 right now for Triton. Pack's decently tight though. I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh no, Triton's really far gone right. Never mind. He's probably perma 8, but... Top 2 4 is still very, very good here. I don't think Zach's going to be really able to make a comeback. We might just want to... Oh, for Jesse, he's out of this one probably too. Checking out Boshi here. Will Boshi be able to make a play? Maybe be able to gain a spot?
It's up to Boshi now.
It looks like Pringle got blued. I don't think he's going to be able to connect a red though on this straight. You just have to try though. There's nothing else you can really do with it here.
I think he's going to have to go for a ramp red.
He's TC'd off. Zach might actually get a spot over the name.
Oh, Zach is getting a spot over Jesse. But yeah, no, that's a clean top 2, and Triton played that really well. Like I said earlier, man, that Fernandez Pringle. Oh wait, what is Boshi doing? What? Top 3. What the fuck was that?
I think what just happened is he tried to slow because Sardine was 4th. Sardine got overtook, and
why would you sit on the line?
He was too busy slowing to he was on the way of slowing when the blue was coming, so he couldn't react in time to speed up again.
Right. This is what I mean when we say a typical Omega race. That is what I expect to see. Except to see the insane play that Weeksy had at the beginning, all just to throw it away for a top 3. Jesus. I was race we'd love to see.
Great to be showing off Division 2.
Yeah, Division 2 moment. Division 2. Yeah. I'm honestly still shocked that he let that happen. I mean, I think like we've all done that at some point or another, where it's like the dots don't connect in your head that like you need to cross the line to avoid getting blued, right? But I don't think you do that in like a D2 semis. That's a that's a yikes moment. But I don't know, man. Keep in mind that's the guy also that dropped 118 last last event. So. Yeah, don't worry though. I'm sure if there's one thing they're really good at is shaking it off, and we haven't really talked about him much, but Sardine has like really, really good mental. And like that first 4 races of the last event where Triton was just absolutely thrashing Omega, right? Sardine like really kept them in it mentally. From my talk with them, so you can't like
really
underrate
important,
that power. Yeah.
especially in a best of 3, to keep the mental, because if you lose a match, or even if you win a match, like if you get overconfident, it's so easy to just lose it.
No, you're spot on there. Hmm. Okay, another pretty typical runner that we see coming out here. Who's taking the cut? Oh, everybody is who's not in a top spot. Looks like ZachNY is going to be able to establish a top 3 though for RN2.
In a wall.
Yeah, it looks like Boshi probably got shroomed or something. Jesse's in second though. This is going to be really interesting. Oh, and he gets bumped out. Yeah, let's is there another POV that is not the first place right now we can check out here? This might be, yeah, we'll check out the Boshi in 5th. Because this is definitely just a track where, considering RN, especially right now, our top 3.
That was a hidden green. Yeah, he has to use that. And he's probably staying wide.
On the bottom 4,
yeah.
On a track like this, that is very bad news for them.
Yes. And it also looks like... Oh, wait, is that... I can't tell... No, I think Métis is in 9 right now as well.
Yeah.
This is not...
Oh, wait.
Not very gaming, as we can say.
Not very gaming, yeah.
Yeah, Métis sitting in a wall also. I think they just have to change for blue, but that's assuming, like, Mogi doesn't have blue right now. He lost blue. Yeah, he lost blue there.
That's a good POW. That's a good POW.
No, that's huge. They really needed that. Boshi gains a little spot off that, and they lost blue. But pulls the
TC4.
Oh, he's slowing. Dude, you just have to run with this. Is no. This is really bad. Is he able to? Yeah, no, dude. You just need to run with that there. When you have your team behind you, like entirely besides one person, you don't say with that, man. You don't say with that.
I think he's in a wall and a star. I think Fear was driving forwards.
Yeah, it looks like Fear is going with the pack right now. But he is with the Omega pack, so maybe they can troll that out of him or something, but there's not a lot of time to pull another shot. I think this is just looking like a top 3 for Triton. I think they are pulling themselves slowly but surely back into this war.
Hoping for a spam shock, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's coming. I think Fear has.
Fear probably
has, but way too little too late.
Yeah.
That was really well played by Triton again. I mean, they just established the top 3 at the beginning of the race, didn't lose it, and then Omega just weren't able to contest it. They pulled blue. Just wasn't able to do anything, man.
This is what they need.
Omelette was in every wall from RN just shrooming into them. Fear pulled shock. When the bottom 4, there's nothing Omelette can really do though.
I mean, yeah, that's also just like, I think Fear just technically also like beat Métis out, because the very start of that bagging thing is a bonk. It's not super tough, but like if you're not consistent with it, you can lose a lot of time, which is I think what happened to, like, I think Fear just made it first or second try, and then Métis was perma stuck trying to go for bonk. And I mean, that's just fair play to Fear, right? So
yeah,
no, I think they actually did just get outplayed there. Maybe there was like some pack interactions that we missed out, or RN tried and pull better items at the beginning, but I do think that they just overall played that race better. So good job to them. Now, what are we going to see come out here for Triton? Triton is their name. It's not Retain, it is Triton. We're going to see come out for Triton here. We know Forest Creek is, yeah, a favorite of the Omega lineup. That and Motocross. Noam's spirit lives on through the team. We're seeing, number 215 or 216 come out from RN. I don't know what we expect, but I guess that probably is actually what I should expect.
I have bad history with Aquadrum stage, but I can't deny that it's very overpowered for running.
It is, yes,
Especially
sir.
if Omelette failed the shortcut. Oh, but it doesn't matter.
We're playing like a top 10 track. We're playing motocross, baby. Woo!
This track, criminally underrated.
It is very stupid. It is very awful, but it is so hilarious to play. We all do love to play it. And by we all, I mean like 90% of the community hates it. I just kind of think it's funny. Yeah, trip shrooms for Boshi though. I think this is kind of a winning race, assuming he doesn't get backbombed or TC'd or POW'd or yeah, anything stupid happens to him here or he doesn't get backed off. Oh, he goes tight to the red. He's so fast, he's able to go tight to the red. Now he has 2 shrooms
Provided
in first.
nothing bad happens here, like a red or a blue POW maybe, he just wins the race.
Pokey? No. Okay, he's good. I think he's chilling now. I think he can cook. But yeah, no, this is gonna be running for Boshi. Let's check out someone else really fast if we can. Yeah, you got Jesse here, itemless in the 7th position. I mean, again, pulls a star. Oh, that's actually kind of an interesting pull. Fear is still 10. Matey.
It's a very one-sided POV now because we lost the RN POV.
Well, we still have ZachNY, right? Or did ZachNY also get lost?
Zach's is gone.
Zach's is gone. Oh, Zach turned off his stream.
Well, Jess is installed. Perhaps
I'm surprised.
a shot coming out? No.
Maybe their top 2 was a result of the voodoo from Zach turning off stream.
Perhaps.
He's got the 2 Omega streams.
Remember, kids, Omega is the vitamin that you need to take to stay healthy.
There's a blue on the way for Boshi, but
That's
he's so
not
gone
the
in
vitamin
first
he's
it
looking
doesn't
for.
matter.
Yeah, it's fine. He can make shrooms. I
Dodges
saw him
it
do it
too.
like 5 times the other day. Here we go. Let's see his shroomless. Here we go. Oh, but he gets the stunt trick. Oh, he's throwing. No, he didn't go off the edge of the ramp. He went off the side. Doesn't matter anyways. He's still gone.
What is Jesse doing?
Jesse's sitting.
Sitting
Maybe
at
he's trying to
side.
predict a Triton shock, but it's not coming.
Oh, dude, I strongly disagree with that play.
With 2 shrooms in 4th? Yeah, he just overcut.
It just comes out
He
late.
needed to-
He wasted
You're
a solid
throwing.
like 10 seconds right there.
Star
taking
drop
the
will
cut.
guarantee first, but I
So
think
mine.
Jesse grew there.
That's an inch, man. I'm sorry, Jesse. That's 2-3 as well for Triton because they took the last shroom cut. Like, I mean, I know he's getting shocked there, but like, they're not calling into set, right? That's just, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just one of those things where it just, they really could have, I think, had a better handle on that there if he just goes forward.
Alright. I'm gonna dip,
You're gonna-
guys, but it was fun.
It was really nice having you on, man. You suck for going for squad queue, but have a good time anyways, man.
Hey, you got alpha now. No more puns. Don't worry.
We do have alpha now. This is true. Yeah, and also Boshi, the guy who got blued on the line, is MVP in the room right now. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, rock salt can representation there.
Good luck, both teams. Enjoy, guys.
Good luck in your squad queue.
Have fun, squad queue, man.
I see you're in team 1, so I think you're gonna need a little more than luck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, he's got Zelda cubed and Nate RNH.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Bye bye.
ya.
Adios. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I think what are the spots there? 1-4 for Omega. They're going some mixed track. They might even go in whole. No, they're going Spike Desert. Okay. And then Festival Town. Another RN staple.
Again, another criminally underrated track in my opinion. I love me some Festival Town.
I don't mind. There is a lot of hate though for Festival Town in our community. I'm not sure if you know, but there I can't remember who it is. There's someone who absolutely hates Festival Town in high tier. Like maybe it's Nathan. It's Nathan. Nathan hates Festival Town. Yeah, Nathan's the Festival Town hater. That's
I would say Nathan's high tier.
yeah, Nathan and he hates that and Candy Coaster. Oh, Boshi failing start slip though. Clearly showing his rust after this track. He gets BKT and then forgets how to drive it in like a week. And looks like maybe a draft there. I can't tell exactly if he's getting spots off that, but at this point, right, it's just all going to be reliant around the first cut lap 2, and hopefully this ending cut here if anyone's able to pull shrooms. But bottom spots are already starting to split. If we look at Jesse right now, he's just kind of itemeless in 8th. Going to be going up this uphill here. Maybe able to pull some trip shrooms. Hits the tight Nana. Nobody else hit in between him and Boshi.
Boshi placed that, so that's an omelette miscall.
Yeah, it's honestly it's fine though. It's Spike Desert. He'll be chilling.
True.
Golden in here, he'll be fine if he can get in the set, especially. He's gonna get this box. Yeah, box 7. Also looks like one of Oran's long gone and last. Blue, honestly, I don't even like having blue here. This could be really bad. Just because, I mean, I guess that maybe if Oran's able to take cut and pass Boshi, because top 7 are all pretty close right now, you know, can just huck this out of cuts, but in the meantime, like, he's kind of just, you know, not able to take any of the cuts, and he's going to drop farther and farther back over time, just with how many, you know, cuts there are on this track, but we'll see. Are there any cuts takers? It actually looks like there are cut arounders besides Pringle. Pringle is going to be taking the cut, but Boshi's still holding one here.
To get into first, though.
Yeah, no, I think Boshi still has it, but keep in mind that's a 2-shroom cut, so if Pringle pulled trips in like 6 or 7, he's going to be taking this first cut here, and maybe then they can throw blue? No, even then, oh yeah, James is in 1 now, so Jesse having blue in 7 here. Maybe I'll do blue after set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out.
Good plays.
Boshi pulls the single shroom here. It's gonna be top 3 for Omega. Oh wait, no, James dodged. He had extra shrooms. Did he? Yeah, he did.
Ooh.
Wow. Well done by James. Jesse and Mega here. It's sitting, so I wonder if there's any shock here. He's gonna shroom to the right, maybe go over the mount. Digitally enhanced.
Oh, there's a blue on the line for James. Gets 2 of RN, I think.
That's wow. That's tough shit, man.
Oh, Jesus.
That was, yeah, 2 blues.
And just like that, the race is swung by like 15 points. Well, maybe not that many, but...
Oh, more, honestly. I think they went from like what? From like 1-3 or something like that to Omega top 2-4? That's a lot. It's a pretty huge race for Omega. We're talking like plus 15, probably around there. Right? That was obviously going to be a winning race for Triton before that, so...
Quite a demotivating blue shell too, especially when it's this close in a match 2.
And I mean, I don't know, also, like, Triton has been making such, like, huge strides to come back, and just after that, it's just, I think I played that pretty decently, too. Right? Doesn't even look like it was a bad race. Just looked like, you know, tough shit, man. That's sometimes Mario Kart for you.
Pull the blue shells, and Omelette did.
Yeah. Yeah, in the wise words of Thunder, sometimes you just gotta remember it's a party game, right? They're playing a party game, so...
You lost the dice roll.
Yeah, oh well. Tough shit, man. No, but I mean, you know, if they play a good next race here, I'm sure they'll be able to capitalize on something. It looks like Omega's going Aquadrum stage now. Oh no. As both teams are equally determined to see that track get played. And I don't know, I'm not really looking forward to it, but Rock Ridge, on the other hand, is some straight fire we see coming out.
Rock Ridge.
I'd love that, or Ice Peak for that matter. Ice Peak maybe a little less, but those are 2 tracks with massive golden cuts. Right?
Oh, but it's Aquadrum stage.
Ew, I don't want to play this. I do not want to play this. Or thank God I'm not playing. I don't want to cast this, though, even. That's how much I don't like it.
This track gives me some real trauma from losing the finals on it.
Certain finals, yeah.
Race 12, top 4.
Yeah, that was a rough time, man. Gotta admit, I watched that, dude. I watched that cast.
So I'm hoping Omelette can perform better than we did in AC2.
Well, it looks like Boshi's taking some pretty good shroomless lines here. He's doing the little ramp skip. Goes for the funny trick, doesn't get it though. But yeah, just gonna be able to hold this up in first, and he's just gonna break. So let's check out literally any other POV. Oh wait, Jesse's our only other POV, so we're gonna take a link to him right now. He's getting shrooms, he's gonna chain these. I get it. He's going for a star potentially here. Or like really any other team item, even like Power Blue obviously is very solid here.
Pulls are golden, but the only real catch up on this track is a cut that isn't really easy, and especially with how we've seen everyone else play in this match. I'm not sure how likely it is someone making it.
Yeah, not holding a lot of stock in that, are you? I agree. It's one of those cuts where it's just, I don't know. At least for me personally, it's always like a flip of the dice. But I mean, a lot of these people don't make it, especially Sardine. Very confident.
Jesse going for it though. Makes it. Oh, never mind.
It's the wall went too tight.
It's a very deceiving cut.
Yeah, I know, right? You just gotta go right around that wall there. But now he's stuck 8. in the meantime, I mean, I guess they're kind of just going around Shock, but it looks like Fear is running away from Métis, which could only indicate that Fear himself has pulled the Lightning Bolt and Métis has not. Maybe Métis trying to drop a star for Boshi here, but these spots are looking okay for Omega depending on Shock, but it could get really bad if they go for like a TS on Boshi and they dodge everyone in pipe just because of how far away Boshi's kind of breaking right now. Maybe Sardine has a dodge because he didn't shroom there when he hit the pipe. So probably if RN has dodges, they're just calling themselves through the pipe, surely. And it looks like James is going that way right now, so Shock should be coming any second here. Yeah, in star.
In a star in third.
Not TSing Boshi, they can't TS Pringle. Never mind, they're just opting to hold. Maybe they don't have. Maybe, it looks like the baggers are kind of sitting now. Maybe you're lost?
Maybe. I mean, from what I saw earlier on the bagging battle, Fear wasn't actually that far ahead of Métis. Like, it didn't seem like he was running away, but then he drove backwards through Métis.
That's weird. Maybe he's baiting? I don't quite know, but with that as it is, it's 2-3 right now for RM. Gonna be a pretty mixed race here. I think it all just breaks down to bottom spots. Decent line, yeah. 1-4 for Omega, 2-3 for Triton. I don't think this is really gonna shift
6-7 it looks like for Omega.
Obviously, from a casting POV, I'd like this to go for 3 matches, but I don't know. It keeps kind of breaking down like this right now for RN. I don't think they're necessarily gonna be able to cut it there. It's pretty close, right? And there's still a couple races left, obviously, but it's just one of those things where I think they had that massive momentum, those 2 races, right? The top 3s, and it kind of just all slipped away at that point. Just
It feels like Omelette have just been sort of dominating them since like the first few races of both matches.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, when I saw Pringle get subbed in, I was expecting to see more races like that Castle of Time race, where you just see him, even if it's not just him solo breaking, but like top spots sort of breaking away by very large amounts. But we really haven't actually seen that too much, which is kind of weird. If anything, we've seen that a lot of the times happening with Omega there, like even race 1, right? On Stargaze. So it's just, I don't know, man. Very, very weird to see it. And they're going out with their signature track now, the Rabbit Hole signature D2 track.
Personally, the Rabbit Hole, one of my least favorite tracks.
Breach.
Mostly because I'm terrible at it. Don't tell 07.
I'm also terrible at it, but I also still dislike it. So I think it
really
was a little bit of both ways. That too. I think as long as you're able to like admit that you also don't like the track because you're not good at it, I think it's fine to have criticism that way. That's kind of my go-to for it, right? And then we're going to this one. I don't mind playing this at all. I don't mind casting this either. This is a fun one. Boshi doing some start slide action here. Trying to hold one, and I think he does. He manages to hold one. Oh, gets the low too. This is his fancy driving, man.
Clean driving, yeah.
Yeah, see this? Goes wide though, doesn't go for the wheelie landing.
Fibs Jesse, I think that was.
Yeah, it looks like Pringle might have already
him.
Outlined or outlagged, one of the two, but very fast as well. It's gonna be interesting to see this line battle actually up here. Boshi going wide right now just to give the space. Green wide, fib tight, yeah. Oh, but James, I think he chained Mega there for Golden, and he's goldening up at the same time.
Oh, and Boshi's bumped off the top.
Boshi
He might be off though.
No, he's still on, but that's, yeah, wow. I mean, it's well done by Oran. They're doing exactly what we saw at those beginning matches where they kind of just break into those top spots early on. Right, we'll see if we can hold it now, because if they're able to hold that, obviously it's very, very strong for them here, but they've had a trend like the end of lap 2 to sort of kind of lose those spots, so let's see if they can hold on this time. Well, the Troglodyte Festival Town too, you got like 2 pretty decent sized cuts, 3 really, even if you want to include the golden thing. So I guess we'll see how this kind of turns out for them. Yeah, triple greens here. I mean, I think if you're Jesse, you're kind of just chaining for blue here, or maybe even a dodge. Definitely not trailing your teammate or whatever's happening there. And Boshi's still holding star. This is sitting though, and no baggers are comfortable enough, it looks like, to make the clip. So it's but it looks like Fear's going forward at 9. Or he's baiting. I can't quite tell what's going on. I think he might have baited. No, he's not baiting. Maybe he just went and Bill. But Fear definitely has. So yeah, this is looking like a really good race for RN. Star was rough there. Yeah, obviously getting close to his teammate, but this golden
6, but
looks like Jesse also got a golden. Oh, he's stuck on the pole, and he gets shocked on the pole. Sardine dodges, Zach dodges, Weeksie's in a bottom spot. That's a really good race for RN. That's like top 2, 4, 6, I think. Something in those spots.
this might tie it up. These are really close.
Certainly very close now. Oh, he's going for clip on stream. Oh, he's not pulling he's not pulling shrooms. No, full shroom. All right, there we go. This is all the baggers had to do.
This is for the win.
Come on. He might time out. No! Oh, you hate to see it. I was so excited to see him go for a clip, man. But yeah, oh well. I don't know, man. RM played that well. They're actually able to hold those top spots there, and Shock definitely played a part in that. Just making sure that Omega can't dodge up there, because if Boshi's able to, chain that star 6 at a set and dodge, that can definitely change up the spots there. But even with those like really huge items they pulled at the end, double goldens, right? Like they weren't able to capitalize on that, and I think as a result, Triton got a good race, and obviously it's tied up right now going into race 11.
Ooh.
We've got 2 races left. I'm gonna refill my water, so you commentate really fast. Yeah, this is exciting now.
Really interesting to see how that race went for them, because like Omelette were mid spots the entire race, but Triton just ran blueless the entire time. So I'm not sure if that was unlucky or because they were holding like stars and goldens. But the G Village comes out for Triton. Really powerful running, but if they can get a box going around, you can easily shroom up. And then the rabbit hole from Omelette, a classic. Already been through how terrible that is. And it gets chosen. So Omelette's goal here, especially with being bottom spots, is just to pull like shrooms for set, take the big cut. Because, the second shortcut, not really a shortcut, you're just shrooming. But I'd say Omelette are probably much more, like, they know the strats much better than Triton would, unless they've been really practicing.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I got the Raspberry Lemonade, and much like Raspberry Lemonade, this track is also quite bright. I kind of want to start calling it that. Raspberry Lemonade. Boshi going to be golden up here, getting himself into first.
You're breaking the top spots as fast as he can.
BKT holder in first. It's a recipe for disaster when BKT holder takes BKT lines, but we'll see. Maybe he's able to restrain himself here. Looks like he's driving quite consistently, so that's good. Jesse taking cut though, gonna have a shroom 3.
The stick.
Yeah, I think he's in a pretty chilling spot right now. The question is, what do you want to contest here and try to shroom James off or something? I don't think he does. I think he's just gonna play safe here behind him. Yeah, James has the fib. He's got to respect the distance here.
To hold, because as far as I know, there's not much place to use this.
I mean, you can try using it here when he goes into the off-road. Yeah. And Boshi already getting blued.
Blue coming out.
Yeah, looks like James gonna find himself in the first here. I honestly a really good spot to be in on the whole. If you're consistent at driving in, James obviously being as old as he is probably quite confident that he is able to not fail, at least for just a single lap of this track. So at this point, I think it's just RN need to find themselves either dodgers that come up, because it looks like Fear has made this strat about a year before Métis, or they need to find ways to shroom up here. But Omega looks like they're kind of maybe playing this from a weird spot. Boshi's triple shrooms in 4 though are definitely going to help him find himself into these top spots, getting the double to outline Zenith there. Can take this tree branch here. It looks like very
James
wide cut from James. Yeah, I can't imagine RN's calling an early shock though. So Boshi should be able to take this shroom cut here.
Likely have a shroom in first after 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we've all tried getting a low trick on that side. And takes the shroom cut. Yeah, he's in 1 with a shroom now. Question is, how long will this last before the shock comes in, or will he be able to dodge the blue?
Lots of big straightaways coming up too, so he's not immune to a red.
I mean, this is scary. Yeah, and he
Ooh.
gets TS off ramp. Oh, but he's gonna get the ground shroom.
I think Triton Bill dodged somewhere.
Yeah, I think he got. I think they tried the shock root him too, but the red skipped because of the massive drop. But yeah, this is still looking like a Boshi gonna be holding one here unless there's the blue.
That shock didn't actually look like it shook much up.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. I usually around there you just expect to see people trying to dodge on that, but I guess not. Yeah, Boshi should just be able to hold one here, barring any blues. Jesse, not really so much interesting going on for him either. He just has a red and fifth right here. Maybe he can pull something that's set. I mean, like something like a POW here could be really, really deadly, especially going into the card section. But he's opting not to hit a box, which like I can respect, I guess, for the TC aspect, but that's usually pretty risky. Oh, but it's like one of them's getting hit. I think it's Omega top. Is it Omega 1, 3, 2? It's hard to tell right now. Oh, and the bomb up. Not hitting anybody. It looks like Zenith.
Looking like an Omega 1, 3, 4.
Oh, but I trimmed up
he
there.
switched to 5th at the end? Yeah.
I think it's all odds for Omega, maybe. Honestly, kind of a small race on Rabbit Hole. You'd expect them to do better, but I am props to RN. And I'm honestly kind of confused why they didn't call. I'd imagine they at least had one dodge, because it looks like Pringle's just kind of perma-stuck in the bottom spot there.
I'm not sure what the play with that shock was, other than to try and get Boshi out of first, because I saw a Bill, but I didn't see anyone come up in the Bill.
Yeah, no, that too. I mean, they're also to pull a late one too, so I don't quite know what was going on there.
8. And they're up 5 going into the last race of match 2.
I mean, this is anybody's win here. This is absolutely a win for any team right now. And I know the graphic says race 13, but it's actually going into race 12. You haven't missed anything. We're fine.
We've gone into the future.
It's already shown it's going into overtime because Triton's going to get a +5 here. Yeah. No, I mean, I think honestly, I'd love to see it end on peaks.
Coming out.
Love to see it end
Both
on peaks.
of these teams, as far as I'm aware, are really proficient on this track.
Yeah. No, it'll be an interesting one. I would love to see an early Bill spam or something like that.
Oran's track picks are everywhere.
This definitely could prove to be an exciting race, regardless of the track picked. I'd like to see. Oh, really?
This is really good for Triton, I think. If Mitty doesn't know the strat, and I'm sure Fiat does, they have 3 shocks.
I mean, yeah, potentially even up to 2 on this. Really, I guess up to 3, but more realistically 2. I know this track people consider for a while. Boshi doesn't get full startups, so I guess he's not going to be able to hold first. But yeah, Zenith's able to sneak his way up. This is long known as like a track for 2, right, instead of 1, just because that little shroom was thinking at the beginning. But just sometimes as a lag, I feel like you can just hold it, or even just lag second off of it. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think off that, I think Zenith's able to break his way into first. I can't tell if was able to shroom up, but this bomb here could be kind of big. Is he? Oh, he does.
Oh, he gets Pringles. Oh, he's off.
Afterwards, so excited with his play, he forgets to stay on the track. This is kind of a proven
Boshi
issue.
with the TC passes?
That's insane.
What?
How does he pass that? He gets the
Dude,
shot
off the course. He fails a little,
that.
but the top 2. Top's kind of broken too.
That was a really
yeah,
good play
it seems
Boshi.
like Fia's made the strat. Matey is still sitting up the strat.
I mean, I would not be surprised with an early shock coming in here. This is definitely one of those things where it's like you could expect a shock to come in the first, like,
yeah,
first
especially
lap
with
even.
these spots that are in. There's probably going to be an attempt at pulling a second.
I mean, if you're perma-10 at this point, right, I would almost just call yourselves in the first set. But not even necessarily first set, but last set. Just like try to close that pack a little bit, assuming you're not holding dodges or anything, right? Because if you just let them run top 2 here, like, and you just try to hold late or whatever to TS, you're not gonna be able to catch Boshi. And if you need a 5-point race, like, just kind of spamming an early one and then trying to get a later one, I think is in interest. Neutral modes? Oh, he doesn't need to. Yeah, there we go. There's Dot and Bill as well. Yeah, James and Bill. Oh, and the blue is pulled by Jesse. That is really not good for RN. Because I think they're still able to hold their top 2, but it is much closer now. I mean, Boshi going around
Playing
here.
it safe. They do have the blue, so fair enough.
That is so
Can't take any
un-Boshi.
risk when up risk 12.
Yeah, this is so un-Boshi. Like, I'm proud he's managed to restrain himself somewhat here.
Oh, but it looks like Triton are hard stuck 8th unless they pull the bill.
Yeah, this is not looking good for them. Boshi driving into wall though.
I'm
Throwing
not
for
sure if this
content here.
is winnable for them at this point.
They need to break this
Then
top
again,
2.
anything can happen.
I mean, if Omega gets top 2 here, they would, right? Pal maybe can shake things up. Pal
They've
red.
just gone in top 2. It's just an omelet win.
This is an omelet win. Omelet. Yeah, almost just secured themselves a spot in the finals. Just off that, I mean, honestly, I'm a little shocked. Like I thought for sure that Aron kind of had it in the cards there, but I think that TC pass lap 1 kind of just made
Yeah.
Boshi's race. And like fair play, that was incredible. I don't know how you got that,
Pringle
but
got
like
bomb sniped. The TC pass, like I think Zenith fell off lap 2.
yeah, Pringle and
They were holding blue. I don't think there was much they could have done that race because Omelet just outplayed them basically.
Yeah, Pringle and what's his name? I think it was Jesse. Both practically eliminated themselves from the race, right?
Boshi
Because
got
Jesse drove off the track.
133.
Yeah, Jesus.
Truly showed up.
I don't know, man. I was saying this earlier. They are the kings of inconsistency. And I mean that just goes to show it, right? Boshi can fucking mad pop off on his day. And GG's as well to them. Honestly, like I'm kind of sad because I think RN or Train did play well enough to push that to a potential match 3. But that's just sometimes how the game works, right? And obviously, like, great job to both teams there because it was actually like a very competitive match to watch for a lot of that. So
Even though it was
GG's.
2-0, it was always close. Like Omelet were up 50 at some point. I'm not sure which match it was. But
was
then
this
they
match.
just
They were 50
it was just immediately lost.
Yeah.
Like they kept it close even when the odds weren't looking too hot.
Oh, well, fair play to both teams there. And I think with that, we're gonna end stream soonish. Keep in mind, there will be a match tomorrow. Casted by someone cooler than me. There will be Nathan and Ryan, I think, are doing IF versus Alpha. Who is it?
07.
IF versus 07. So tune in for that. It'll be around the same time I think as ours started, maybe an hour later.
6 p.m. UK, 1 EST.
Right, yeah, well, so a little bit earlier than us. But yeah, make sure you tune in for that. Also, huge shout out to 4J. Man did all the fucking stuff, and I've stream hosted enough times to know those fuckers don't get enough credit. So make sure you guys all give him like huge thanks because it's not possible without him. Right, man, just fucking like slaves. It's basically like bagging for 3 hours. Right, just sits
He just
behind the
clicks
fucking
some
screen.
cool buttons,
Yeah.
switching POVs. He
Dude,
did some weird focusing thing. I don't know what that's about.
No, for real though, man. Man's huge for doing that. So make sure you guys give him thanks. But yeah, on that note, I think we just go and raid some titty streamer and we call it a day. Right. Let's see who do we got going on right now. Oh, I can raid. I have. I'll raid Lucas. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, we can't raid Spock for the principal, you know.
Yeah, he fucking. Oh wait, do I not have raid? No, I do. Raid channel. Lucas 13. There we go. But yeah, again, thanks. Make sure you guys tune in for the stream tomorrow. We'll be there. And I hope you guys all enjoyed our kind of impromptu stream. I like to keep it casual. So also thanks for Alpha for stopping by. Make sure you guys thank Spock for tuning in. And yeah, this is the MK Central stream. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.